Wow, dude, I have missed your beautiful face. I have missed you.
It is Robert Meyer Burnett's triumphant return.
Triumphant. My triumphant return. I am here to shill for toy companies around the world. And dude, there's so much cool stuff. I can't even begin. By the way, I did, just so everyone knows, I did pre-order my Shang-Chi action figures from Hot Toys.
We're gonna look at them. We're gonna look at them. I don't want another 2 weeks like this. I don't want to. I missed these streams, man.
Dude, I did too. And you know, it's funny because I was getting my fix. I was watching you on the Nooner with Gary, and then I tuned into Friday Night Tights. But we were working so hard, I didn't get to really enjoy. I like sitting in my office and watch Friday Night Tights. I wasn't in my office. I was in Portland working, and there's slave drivers. We were shooting for 12 hours a day, so I couldn't enjoy it. But I did, I might have snuck in a few pre-orders. Some things.
Well,
might have done that.
I've had a lot of deliveries.
Oh.
I've had to do something because I can't get them all out here.
Right.
So there is an accessible thing behind me, which we're going to just to later. But there's been some crazy developments. With Jazz Inc. have now signed, sealed, delivered, dotted line. They are now fully on with Warner Brothers. We have a new item, which we will see later, to pre-order. This is we got a little bit of a Shang-Chi joke for later.
That's okay.
It's not on your expense.
I can take it. People have been coming after me enough. It's fine. They'll see.
It's actually at the expense of Shang-Chi. Or I saw the video today how to pronounce it. It's like Shang-Chi.
Yep.
Like Shang-Chi. That's how you pronounce. Okay. But no, there's been a ton of stuff. Dude. But I want to start it. I want to start off by showing you something, okay?
Oh.
Because there's I mean, there's plenty of your toys which I covered. And there's one particular one which I've not been able to get. I still don't have. I look, every few days I will look to see if one is up on eBay or anything like that. No.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to show you this. This is the figure that I got. Well, this is the base.
Is it Wonder Woman in her invisible jet?
This is the base, obviously, of the figure that I got. And there's a reason why there's no figure on it, because this is a pretty boring base.
It is a boring base, but that doesn't matter.
And no, I mean, the figure's great. I love the figure. This is a bit of a boring base. I'm going to turn it around so you can see what the figure is now. Because the figure there says
Mr. Anderson.
It says, well, yeah, okay. Sexist, but I'll allow that. But there was just a base, which I saw.
Wait a minute. That's not Judge Anderson, is it? Oh my God! Oh, where did you
Dredd
get that?
Base.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh man!
If I can't have your Judge Dredd, then I will take.
God!
I will take a Judge Anderson.
Oh, dude! Come on! Get a now. That looks so good. Is that made by the same company?
I think it's a different company.
Oh, see, now I'm gonna go on a Grail quest and get. Oh, dude!
So I saw this. Let me just take her off for a second.
Man, that's so awesome.
And I saw this great base at Toys Wonderland.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh man, I gotta get that too. They still have more of those. I gotta order another.
Oh yeah, and cheap as, to be honest, for a base like this, cheap as chips. So I got this, which I think looks substantially better. Now I could easily take that Anderson bit off and glue it onto here.
Yeah.
Should I wish to. Because I'm going to be doing that with someone else, which I'm going to show you. Well, I've done it with someone else.
Wow, dude, look at that.
She is a beauty. So she's got the MP5. Then she's got her own, which had been blown up by them, but never mind. It's fine. It's fine. She got another. But she likes the MP5, so she takes that out with her now. Because you get various accessories.
Dude,
I
that looks so good.
With the tear gas at this side, and then at the back, I went with a med kit.
Nice.
And then at the side, I went with extra clips. And then there she is in all her awesome glory, because I love Dredd.
Dude, I love Dredd
so
too.
I'm not saying that was a spiteful move on my part.
No. But it's okay. There's a friendly rivalry. When you find something cool, you got to go with it.
But I'm still on the lookout for Dredd. I'd love to have them together.
I don't hold that against you.
Thank you. I couldn't resist. I couldn't believe when it came up. Dude, when I saw it, I couldn't believe it was in the UK.
Come on.
I couldn't believe the price either.
Yeah.
So I had to.
Dude, that's part of life. That's a moral imperative. When you see something like that, you can't sit there and go, "Oh, I'm not going to buy this." No, the answer is, what is the answer as? What is the answer on the show?
Yes.
That's right. It's yes. If you see something you want, you buy it. No regrets. That's nice.
Yes, it's like a dolly. I know it's not that bad. The hair's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that looks good. I mean, look, it's all about the uniform, the costume, and everything.
Oh, look at that,
dude. It's great.
It's insanity.
That's
how good that is.
That's fantastic.
And then I just, this helmet is the judge's helmets are iconic. Come on. So,
by the way, I think when I was gone, I mentioned you. I want to mention this because I'm so excited. Our prisoner action figures that we supported on the crowdfunding campaign.
Yes.
They asked us to pay for the shipping.
Yes.
Because you and I were both degree absolute.
Yes.
Supporters. Now I want to ask you, did you add anything? They made a few extras when you could go pay for your shipping, like extra stands, and they had the inflatable rover and a t-shirt or something. Did you get any of the extras?
I didn't. I think I can still go back and do it if I want to.
But I'm excited because that means they're ever closer. They're ever closer to being real.
Well, I mean, when you start paying the shipping, I mean, I think it's March of next year that they're looking to ship, isn't it?
That's something like that.
It's not. It's less than half a year away now.
I know. I mean, dude, just looking at the things that showed up on 1/6 scale outfitters and Toys Wonderland, I can't believe 2 different Mel Gibsons as the Road Warrior. Neither are great, though. Neither are great.
Seen one.
There is some, such great stuff. And between the Hot Toys announcements and there's just so much deliciousness.
Should we snack on something? By the way, hi everyone. Lovely to see you all. Back after a couple of weeks. As always, just in case people panic, we'll do the talkie section. We'll show things off. We'll do all that. And then we'll do the super chat section where we do like a Q&A with you guys at the end as well. So if you super chat, which I can see, and there's a very generous one as well. A couple of generous ones. Thank you. Don't fret. 3 very nice ones. There you go. And there's another. Don't fret. We'll get onto those in the super chat section. So thank you very much. You feeling hungry?
I'm feeling thirsty.
Oh, thirsty. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm
thirsty for everything.
I got a cool glass of water for you right here. Jazz Inc. They've dotted the I's, they've crossed the T's, but they've also added a brand new item to pre-order.
Did they? Oh, yeah.
The 1/6 Batman Forever Batmobile. Now, clearly, Juiced is doing this because Hot Toys have, at the moment, to pre-order the Sonar Batman from Batman Forever and Robin from Batman Forever. So he is creating now the 1/6 Batmobile from Batman Forever to accompany those two.
Dude, if they get the lighting in that thing, I mean, look at that. Come on.
Oh, we can scroll through a couple of picky poos here, but externally, absolutely insane. Look at internally.
Dude.
Ho, 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 Green Giant. That just looks beautiful.
Yep.
Now, obviously, I pre-ordered it.
I did too.
And I kind of might need a new house now because I've just realized.
I mean, I've got the 89, the 6-scale 89 Batmobile. I've got a new tumbler coming because I sold my old tumbler. Got the new tumbler coming.
Same.
The 66 Batmobile is coming.
Same.
I did not get the Justice Mobile.
I have.
No, you got that. But I do have my Jazzink Land Speeder.
Okay.
The Jazzink, the extension to the Millennium Falcon cargo hold.
Okay.
The Snow Speeder, the Bespin Gantry. The
1989 Batwing. Just a Batman v Superman Batwing.
I was just denying to Elizabeth that I ordered that. I was explaining how I want to paint a moon on the wall. And I want to put like a LED behind it, so like you have a painted moon. Get somebody to paint me a really cool moon, have it lifted out from the wall, and make it big enough where you can hang the Jazzink Batmobile or a Batwing on, down, so it's got the moonlight coming out from behind it when it makes the iconic. That's what I'm gonna do with that.
Have the moon, have the sky, have the clouds below.
Yeah. Have it painted.
It looks like it's come through. Yeah, come through the clouds and.
Of course, I need a house that I actually own, not one I'm renting, that I can put it in. That's my dream.
I know. I want a room. I want a room where I just can build a bat cave.
Oh, well, now you've got I mean, if you think about that, I'm sure Jazzink, because people are talking about, are they going to build the nuclear power plant that's in the bat cave in the 66 bat cave? I mean, because it would be really cool to do a bat cave that combines all the different eras of Batman, where you could have like the nuclear thing and get a giant penny and get a giant 6-scale Tyrannosaurus Rex and just have it. And then you see the evolution. Because, when sometimes they've shown like the evolution of the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And somebody's even thrown to Jost, like, why don't you make I would buy the Batman and Robin Batmobile even. Because that was a pretty cool Batmobile too.
That was a converted Jaguar.
Yeah.
This film is okay, but this Batmobile is sensational.
I love
absolutely sensational.
And the Hot Toys figures are so good.
Yeah, that Chris O'Donnell Robin looks brilliant,
incredible. I mean, there's just been so much. There's so much. You know what I really love about this? I love the fact that the more we buy that we have to wait for. I feel like I need to start doing CrossFit and just get in great shape so I can just live longer.
Oh, I know.
I don't want to have some, malady strike me down before I get my Jazzink Snow Speeder.
No, don't say things like that.
But that's what it's gonna actually force me to eat better, drink less, work out. I mean, my friend Mike's my same age. He's 2 weeks younger than me, and he does CrossFit. I mean, the guy I was working with, the doctor I was working with, I was like, dude, he took off his shirt one day. I'm like, holy shit, you're like a male model. And he goes, well, that's what CrossFit and eating paleo will do for you. I'm like, well, shit, I got a lot of pre-orders I want to see. So maybe it's time to work out because half my Hot Toys, they're not coming for till 2023. Come on now.
I got some coming from 2023. I don't know how many. I don't think huge amounts, hopefully.
There's a lot.
Most of 2022, which will probably get pushed to 2023.
Yeah, but I mean, where I don't know where certain figures are. Like, what was one that Justin would bring up? By the way, did you see Justin's video with Yost from Jazzink?
No, I thought we were meant to do that together.
He ended up he did one. I know. Well, we will. But he did one. I couldn't make it because it was like a last minute thing, and I felt I was gone. I was gone. So I was bummed out because I'm gonna be on it.
To go with the Batmobiles,
you got one.
I got a Robin. Now, I have a nice little story. Well, I say a nice little story for me. I found a Robin, really well priced. So I snapped it up.
It's
Batman, on the other hand, it's a wonderful figure. Batman, on the other hand, expensive. Really
Good luck.
Expensive. So, anywho, I was talking to George. Talking to George, one of the big supporters on Friday Night Tights. He's a collector. He's a nerd. He's a complete nerd.
Go figure.
Yeah, we talked, you know, we talked Jazz Inc. and stuff, you know, we talked nerd. And he said, I said, oh, you know, pick this up, which means I'm now going to get the 66 Batmobile. Keep my eye out for a Batman. And he said, you know what? He said, I got a spare.
No.
I said, what? He said, I got a spare. He said, I got another. It's just boxed. It's in storage. I'm trying to clear out the storage. So I'm going to send you it.
George, you're good.
Legend. And they said, I've got duplicates of loads. He said, do you want any? I was like, George, I can't. You can't. I can't.
Well, George,
I would just turn into a greedy animal. It's just like, you know. So it's like, the one is more than generous, dude. Than generous.
Next time, if you talk to him, you know what? I completely missed out on Rogue One and Ragnarok figures. And I really want Hela, Gladiator, Hulk, and Thor from Ragnarok. I'm willing to pay.
And I'm willing to pay.
But those are so expensive. I mean, it was just like my finances during Rogue One and Ragnarok, the finances were a little thin during that time. So I missed out, and there's so many of those figures. I feel like I should start an OnlyFans just so I can have like my Hot Toys wish list. If you want to support me, here's instead of having like an Amazon wish list.
Oh my God, you can be a Twitch star.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. My wish list would be Hot Toys Rogue One figures and Hot Toys Ragnarok figures. And that I'll pose, man.
We'll send nudes for Rogue One.
I'll send nudes. I'll start a CrossFit program and show my progress.
Hey, that could be inspiring.
Hey, and now that OnlyFans is back, baby.
Oh, it's back and filthier than ever, baby.
Back with a vengeance. I mean, what's up with the? You know, John Campea on his show, he always says, "Bring on the filthy." When did we stop loving the filthy? Come on,
never. We've never stopped loving the filthy.
I don't understand. You know.
We've always loved. I was born in the filth, molded by it.
Me too.
I didn't know that you could be clean until I was a man, and then by then it was too late.
Yeah, I know. By the way, I have to ask you. A lot of Resident Evil figures seem to have been dropping lately. You know, Miss Valentine.
Oh, third parties.
Yeah. Third party figures. And I was just, are you excited about these? I know the new Resident Evil reboot movie released the first pictures. Uh-oh, should I not bring that up? Is that a sore subject?
I'm a killer fucking bitch. Okay. I'm a stab a bitch in the face. Okay. With Dam's Toys having the license, and I really was impressed with their Leon Kennedy. I really was.
Yeah.
I was a bit unfortunate that I got a bit of a duff, suit. Right. Well, you want to say Mr. Patch, the glue was poor. But they sent me a fresh one, I got a fresh one.
Yeah.
A fresh Leon body. And that was beautiful. I want Dam's Toys to release more Resident Evil. Yeah. So I'm holding out in case they say, hey, this is the Dam's Toys Jill Valentine or Claire Redfield or Chris Redfield. So I'm kind of hoping that they'll do that because the Leon, the face sculpt was great. The accessories were obscene that you got with him. I've never seen a figure with so much variation of choice, which was phenomenal. So I want to hold off on these third parties. I am absolutely disgusted with the Resident Evil film pictures, to be honest. Apart from Robbie Amell. I think Robbie Amell kind of looks like he was born to play Chris Redfield. He looks perfect, absolutely perfect. And he's a good actor. I've seen Robbie Amell in quite a few things. He's a good actor. Brother of Stephen Amell. But, race change Jill, race change Leon. It's just like, it's getting so boring. It's getting so boring. It doesn't benefit the franchise. It doesn't benefit the fans. It doesn't benefit the characters. It just comes across now as so
Well, it is
disingenuous, and
yeah. I'm feeling that way too.
so it's just like you can't turn around and call people, hey, Midnight's Edge, you can't turn around and call people racist when you are the people who are making the race changes to these beloved characters. If you I haven't got a, like the actors, sure, they're lovely people. Why don't you create original characters then? Say, hey, we're going to do a Resident Evil series that's set during the Raccoon City breakout, but we're going to see it from the perspective of some different survivors. You could have had a completely different policeman there, completely different characters, bringing it to the table, and I ain't got a problem with that. That's absolutely fine in my eyes. But when you usurp, Leon is he's the most popular Resident Evil character. He's the one that the best. He has the best games. He's the one that carries the animated series franchise. There's just been a new one, Infinite Darkness, which dropped a couple of months ago. Thought it was really good. It follows the same timeline as the video games as well, so there's a nice synergy there. So when you say, hey, there's a Resident Evil film coming out in a cinema in 2 months time, and not only have we not even got a trailer, not only is there not even a second trailer, which should be out when it's 2 months before release, here's the first images. Oh, by the way, we've got an Indian Leon S. Kennedy. I thought it stood for Scott, not Singh. And we've got a half Nigerian Jill Valentine, and it's just like, it's getting dull. It's getting dull.
Well, also, I don't think it's serving the people that they want it to serve either. It's like these are established characters and all of this. I think the idea behind it all is sound in the sense that, you want people, everybody, there's more of an audience out there. You want people to see themselves, bring that audience in. I totally understand that. But like you said, nobody wants hand-me-down characters.
No.
And they want to see new characters that they can get behind, that are vibrant, because everyone knows that that's not the character. It's not like, and it's a bizarre, I think it's strange. And like you said, it does seem disingenuous to me. Let's create new characters that people can get behind. I go back and I look at my boy here that I have next to me, that he reminds me, because this man was a warrior in real life, and he's a warrior in the comics, and I love this figure.
Great figure.
Black Panther was a character that was created by 2 Jewish guys in the 60s. And or as now people would say, 2 white guys in the 60s. And I think that was a character that was there. It was well established. People got behind that character. They loved that character. So I believe he was created in 66. And, Chad Boseman brought that character to life in Civil War. By the way, everyone liked Black Panther. The way he portrayed T'Challa, and T'Chaka was portrayed his father. Everyone loved that character. Everyone. Why? Because he was a great character. I looked at, now I understand his name is Black Panther, but I've been reading about Black Panther literally my whole life. And to see Chad Boseman's portrayal of Black Panther and the way he was portrayed in Civil War, like he took no prisoners. He's like, hey, listen, I'm avenging my father. You do guys what you want to do, but I'm going to kill the motherfuckers. It was great. And you love that guy. Why can't that be true of it? Create new characters and let actors of all shapes, size, colors, and creeds portray them. I want great characters. Like I say, never put your agenda before your great characters,
exactly,
and your great stories.
I mean, what if
you do that? Sorry. You've lost. You have lost.
Because let's say these characters were new characters. Let's say this Indian gentleman playing Leon. I don't know his name, so I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Let's say he's a kick-ass character in it.
Yeah,
you could have added a new character to the franchise. You could have added another good character, fresh new character to the franchise.
Yeah, which would be great.
Exactly, because then it extends it and it allows for more stories to be told. through different, through different characters, which is what the games do.
Right.
One game is normally it's a Leon and a Claire, and Ada comes in, and the other game it's a Jill and a Chris. And now that we had Ethan come in for 6 and 7, 7 and 8, we had Ethan come in.
As I play with my toy.
And now for 9, it looks like we could go back to well, who knows? Because don't want to spoil stuff, but let's just say we might need a new cast with some characters. So you had an opportunity. So things like this, and it saddens me because it helps nobody, it benefits nobody, and the built-in fan base just roll their eyes.
Well, also, and what I don't understand is that if you're going to bring a character in, I want to know about that character's culture. I want to know about them. Give me something new. When you're transposing someone of a different culture, different race, whatever, on a previously established character, well, then they can't be. What are they going to bring to it that's new? Then you're going to fundamentally change the character that exists when we already know that character. Now you're telling me that nope, this is the character. I'm like, but it's not that character.
But they would be fundamentally different.
Yeah,
they would be fundamentally different, and that's the frustrating element. Because regular people, we can see past superficial like that. It's so blatant, it's so obvious. And then the Wesker one for the Netflix series. Well, I mean, Wesker, race change Wesker, and 5 women, and it's just like, that's your new Resident Evil show. What's my hook?
I will say this though, I'm a huge fan of the Rocketeer.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Rocketeer figures, the new Rocketeer figures coming out, but I like the fact that David I can never pronounce his name. David Oyelowo. I'm a huge fan of his because he was on a show called, well, here it's called MI6, or pardon me, it's called MI5 here. It was originally called in the UK Spooks. Did you ever watch
Spooks? Yeah.
Dude, I loved that show. Like, I didn't know that when I was watching it on BBC America. In America here, it was cut. It was cut for time. And it wasn't until you got the DVDs that it ran 10 seasons. What I loved about that show, obviously you can't call a multi-ethnic show Spooks in America. It doesn't work.
Well, yeah.
So they changed the title to MI5.
It is the nickname. It is the nickname of MI6. Yeah,
I know. That show, and that's where I first saw David. I loved him. I loved him in that show. He was a favorite actor of mine. So I do like the idea of doing a new Rocketeer series where the technology, because the technology of the Rocketeer was created by Howard Hughes, and it was found in the original Rocketeer movie. It was found because it was not supposed to be there. It was found by a guy. And I like the fact that if it's set in the 50s and it's a Tuskegee airman that finds the technology, that works for me. Because they're not trying to turn him into the same character. They're adding to the Rocketeer mythology. I'm down with that.
Well, I would say personally, sorry to cut you off.
Well, I was going to say that him and his wife are producers of the show.
Yes.
And I love the fact that they were probably huge fans of that movie, because it's not, and huge fans of the Dave Stevens Rocketeer comics are some of the most beautifully drawn.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, Dave Stevens. I have a lithograph that he signed for me of the Rocketeer. I love the Rocketeer. They're some of the most beautifully rendered comic art I have ever seen. And I know they had to tone it down for the Disney movie. So I was excited. They've talked about reviving the Rocketeer. I love the idea that just the same way that Ryan Coogler was a Rocky fan. And Ryan Coogler says, listen, man, I mean, what balls on that kid? Ryan Coogler goes and makes this great independent movie, Fruitville Station. And when his mom had cancer, him and his father were watching all the Rocky movies to get them through that difficult time. And he comes up with an idea for a sequel, a Rocky sequel. And Adonis Creed creates Apollo Creed's son and goes to Sylvester Stallone. And I thought, a Critical Drinker and I sort of part ways. He does not love Creed as much as I do. And by the way, his reasons for not liking it are very sound. I hadn't heard them until we streamed together once, and I'm like, well, dude, you're not wrong, because I'm a huge Critical Drinker.
Savvy MF.
He The critical drinker really, look, yes, he has his persona, but as a writer himself, as a novelist, and he really understands the mechanics of storytelling.
Oh yeah.
So when he was talking about why he didn't like Creed, I'm like, I can't argue with his reasoning for not liking it, but I really like what Ryan Coogler did myself. And I was like, that was because he loved the property. You know, he loved the property and figured out a way into it. And lest we forget, he did direct Sylvester Stallone to an Academy Award nomination. And I mean, come here, what balls to be like, yeah, Sly, I got this idea to make another Rocky movie. You're not going to direct, and you're not even the star of the show. But he was able to convince him to come and do it. That, to me, is how a story should be made. A creator who loves the property, who knows the property inside and out, does not put an agenda before character and story. And that's what I like to see. And I'm hoping David and his wife do that with the Rocketeer, because it's not like people are clamoring for another Rocketeer movie.
Well, that's exactly it. It's how you tackle it and the agenda behind it.
You got to have. It's always got to be story and character. Story. And
I know. The problem is, we are in a period right now where, you know, I can fully understand everyone's cynicism, because, as we've just discussed, there is so much which is being done in what I would say not in good faith at all.
I completely agree.
And that frustrates every franchise. The Rocketeer is so beloved. You know, it's got this real big, you know, well, it's real big, but it's got this cult following, has the Rocketeer, that when you approach a franchise like that, if you're going in with this to, you know, without the legitimate right attitude and mentality, you are opening yourself up for an absolute world of hurt. I never saw the Creed movies myself. They didn't appeal to me. I just got to be honest with you.
Of course.
So I've not actually seen them.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
But
I mean, if I don't like the movie, if I don't like the series, whatever they're going to do, I'll be the first person to say it. I just think that I love the fact that the Rocketeer, in the case of this, I think it could be good. I could see it being good. But again, you got to put your characters and I think it's being made by people, because I thought that was a really unlikely. Here's how you can get a job in Hollywood. Everyone's looking for IP. And if you're somebody like from out of the blue, like from over in left field, you're like, I really like, I've got a shot. I've got an idea to do the Rocketeer. I'm like, okay, as long as I'm interested in that. I'm interested in seeing that. I'm a big fan of, you know, I love the World War II era. I love World War II aviators. One of my dad's best friends was a World War II aviator. He was a big fan of the Tuskegee Airmen. So it was something that it was a story that I always knew, because I mean, he was like the John Wayne of the skies, but he loved the Tuskegee Airmen. And so I grew up hearing about them. So the idea that a former Tuskegee Airman could be the new Rocketeer, I love it, because I listened to a World War II veteran tell me about how much he admired the Tuskegee Airmen when I was like 8. I didn't even know Tuskegee was a place. You know, so to me, when I hear this, I'm like, ooh, this could be cool. And just like, you know, there's a group of all women pilots in Russia during World War II called the Night Witches.
And they had a bunch of snipers as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see a Night Witches movie about those pilots.
Right, but okay, what's quite interesting about what you say there, you have something which is historically correct.
Yes.
Okay. What has happened in video games in recent times? Battlefield, EA, they decided to take the story of a group of brave Norwegian and British soldiers who were to blow up a dam, and they wanted to clear out, and I think they did it without killing anyone as well. And I know, and a lot of soldiers lost their lives doing that. And so what does the video game do? It turns it into a teenage girl and a mum doing it.
Yeah. I mean, these kinds of things are
good faith.
I think they're entirely fundamentally wrong. It's wrong because, you know. Well, anyway,
by the way, they insulted their audience for not understanding history.
Yeah, not good. But we might be straying a little off topic now.
Yeah. We're going into this Resident Evil.
Yes, I was just asking about the See, all I did was ask an innocent question about Resident Evil.
Yeah, but it kind of it's today. It's the video that I put out today. I was not happy in the slightest. So unfortunately, you got the residual.
Oh, I didn't see your video. I didn't know you put that.
You just got the residual kickback on all of that.
This was not ironic. I was not. I swear to God, I didn't mean to bait you. I didn't know about.
No. I'm anything to do to slag that off. I'm happy to right now. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show some other stuff before we look at some other stuff.
By the way, I just want to point out. I mean, the first thing you led with today was a female action figure. I don't think you and I we'll buy figures of every. It doesn't matter what color someone is. It doesn't matter what gender they are. We'll buy those figures if they're badass.
If you're kick ass, you're mine.
That's
right.
It's
as simple as that. There's no two ways about it.
That's right.
Someone like Anderson.
Come on, dude.
Are you ready? Yeah. You look ready.
Yeah.
That brilliant arc going through that. 3 times he asked that. Are you ready? Yeah. Just doesn't even. He just looks at her with disgust. Second time, are you ready? Yeah. You don't look ready. Third time, are you ready? Yeah. You look ready. Fuck yeah. And she was fucking ready as well.
Yeah.
Right. I've had to move these boys over here. You can see over my shoulder?
Yeah. Look at that. What do you got over there?
A couple of,
yeah.
Can I if I just see him?
Oh, you got more clone troopers. Are you building a whole battalion? Oh, looky at that.
And there's 2 more to come.
Now, are those all hot toys or any of those the sideshow armor?
These are all hot toys. All of these are hot toys. The blue are regular 501st.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more Ahsoka Tano 501st. These are the Coruscant. Bruh. 2 Coruscant guards I got. And then I got a scout biker or a biker scout, whichever one you prefer. Hey, by the way, Mysterio just chilling out over there.
Yeah, I don't have him yet. Can't wait to get the figure, man.
But yeah, they're growing. So I've got 2 more which are literally on delivery. It's a shame they didn't come today.
Dude, I love it.
But yeah, so I got a couple of, so I'm gonna have a nice little, hopefully eclectic mix of 501st and Ahsoka 501st and the Coruscant guards, the red Coruscant guards look beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I like them. So I got one of them with the long sniper, and then got one of them with the regular handgun. Well, not handgun, but you know what I mean. One of the 501st, that's got a rocket launcher. That's got a reg with a rocket pack, but he's grounded. Guy behind, rocket pack in the air. The other guy there, big chain gun, which is another thing that you get with the 501st Ahsoka's only. The helmets and the chain gun. So he's down. So that guy's flying. That guy's down. So with 2 more to come, and then when Ahsoka Tano arrives, the Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano, that's going to look pretty fucking
badass. Okay. First of all, I got to start with something. I have to show something because I would be remiss not to show it. So, 1980, Battle Beyond the Stars. I've shown this on other channels, but I have to show it on this channel. You know, I'm not a 6 or 12 scale figure collector.
But Cody's over there.
Oh,
Cody's over there, and the guards are on RSVP. The soldiers are on RSVP now.
They're coming. I can't wait to get the module cases up and do the whole.
It's closer than ever at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I can't wait because I'm doing. I have been, by the way, for those of you who don't know, yes, I did make one video about my Jazz Inc. Millennium Falcon cockpit, but I've been working on a full unboxing and loading up the figures that go in it. So that's coming. I might have it for next week. I've been so damn busy with the launch of Tango Shalom. If you're in the LA or New York area, a film that I produced and edited, it's coming out this weekend. So go to the theater and support your boy. But anyway, so Scream Factory, Shout Factory, working with NECA, they made this figure. Now, this is from, it's 41 years old. A lot of people don't. This is Saint Xman of the Valkyrie, played by Sybil Danning. She has many attributes.
Oh, she's got a couple of great attributes.
She's got a couple of great attributes. I can't believe, I don't know why they decided to make this figure in particular. Battle Beyond the Stars is, of course, has the James Cameron designed Nell figure, which they've left the breasts off of. What's really interesting about this spaceship, not only does it have boobs on it, but if you turn it and you look down on it, it's actually the reproductive system of a woman.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks
the
like
ovaries and the uterus,
which
is the cheeky. John Sayles wrote this movie. This was my favorite Star Wars ripoff, but they made this figure. So I got this figure, and I'm not going to take her out of the box because
isn't Cowboy in that?
Yeah, Cowboy, the character played by George Peppard.
George Peppard, yeah,
he's there. But I'm not going to open this because I love the fact that we're never going to get another Battle Beyond the Stars action figure. So I want to show that, and also I want to show, as you know, you're getting the Eagle Moss Enterprise D parts.
Yeah, I think I got 6 or 7 boxes now.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, there's that's a popular thing, getting parts, subscription services, and they send you parts to things and you build them as you go, and they're hideously expensive, but it takes time. Well, as everyone knows, I love Space Battleship Yamato, and the remakes starting in 2012, they've remade Star Blazers, the show. They've done 2 series already, Space Battleship Yamato 2199 and 2202. Well, the new one, they're remaking Be Forever Yamato, and I think it's Arrivederci Yamato, the 2 movies. But they started a part series for one of my favorite fictional spaceships of all time. And when I found out about it, I had to go get myself a Japanese shopper because this part series from Hachette is only being released in Japan.
Chihuahua.
So I found, here's a picture of it. This is one of the issues, the Space Battleship Andromeda. This is actually issue 24. So there are 60 issues. So it'll take over a year to get them all. And so each one comes with a book, like these part series comes with. And the book has actually this one's only the instruction manual. So this one is just the instruction manual. I guess I'm just opening this for the first time for the show. So this comes out on a weekly basis for 60 weeks. And let's see, how do I open this up? You open it up, and then what's funny is this is what's in the box. Just this.
Good stuff.
This looks like the side or the deck. This model is 350 scale, so it's going to be over 4 feet long when it's finished. And this is one of my favorite spaceships. I mean, almost as much as the Starship Enterprise. I love Space Battleship Yamato, but I love the Andromeda that was introduced originally in the first series with the Common Empire, and it features heavily in 2205. So my Japanese agent, his name is Cat Hands, my agent in Japan, gets these for me every week. And then when he fills up a box that's big enough, I got my first box from him the other week, right before I went to Portland. It was filled with the first 18 weeks of issues. So,
whoa.
And it all lights up. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but it's all illuminated and has sound effects, and you have to build the whole wiring system in it. And I did not know about this, but I have a 350th scale Space Battleship Yamato, but it's not the Hachette version. It's the Bandai version they put out in 2009. So this came, and let me tell you, I get very excited about this.
I bet you do.
So 4 feet of Japanese space battleship goodness. But yes, but you have to build it. You have to build it.
Okay, we gotta go here now. We gotta do it. It's up to pre-order.
Dude, I clicked on the but to me, Shang-Chi is great, and dude, you're gonna see the movie. You'll see.
We'll see.
You'll see how triumphant it is. I know you're gonna be a tough sell. I'm an easy lay for wuxia movies. Wuxia. I'm an easy lay for that because I love them. I grew up loving them. And by the way, if you collect Blu-rays, Arrow from the UK did a Shaw Brothers box set. Now, what I love is the Tony Leung. The Tony Leung figure. You know,
we're going to talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about Tony in a moment. They canceled
my Lust Caution 2-pack. You know, that I prepaid. I was so Tony Leung from Ong Lee's Lust Caution in a linen suit. I'm like, if I could be any other ethnicity in my life, you know, everyone knows if I was black, I'd want to be Mike Coulter. And if I was Asian, I'd want to be Tony Leung. Tony Leung is a badass. And I was waiting to get my first Tony Leung action figure. Lust Caution. I mean, come on. He came with a chair. And they canceled it.
Came with a chair.
They canceled it, dude.
That's what you're worried about is no fucking chair anymore.
But by the way, look at this. This head sculpt is dope.
Well, no, I'm going to agree with you here. I think this head sculpt is perfect. Looks complete and utterly emotionless.
Yeah, I thought that was. I mean, he needed another fighting head. He's a little. I mean, for a guy who's supposed to be, he comes with all these great martial arts hands, and as Justin said when he did a preview of this figure, Justin said the great thing about this, it comes with so many different martial arts hands that you can use them for all kinds of different figures. You can put them in your other figures to put them in badass fighting poses. And it's right. I mean, I have to say, I've gone on record and I'll say right here, I loved Shang-Chi. I loved it. Oh, dude, come on. Oh, look at that.
Now, I got to say, I am tempted to get the Mandarin.
Dude, okay. First of all I can say is after you'll watch the first 10 minutes of Shang-Chi, you'll look on your phone, but you shouldn't do this. You're gonna pre-order this figure after the first 10 minutes of the movie.
But I want a long hair. I want a long hair, and I want the robes. And
I know. Well, that's. I mean, it's real. I love how they put these effects in. I mean, that's a thing. I wish because, you know, in the movie, I don't think it's a spoiler to tell everybody he's over 1,000 years old. And
yes, the Mandarin, yeah.
Yeah, and I wish that they had more but I mean I love what they've done, but he has many different looks in the movie. And it's interesting. I mean, I like these effects. They had to go with one. I mean, I understand why. When you see the movie, you'll understand why he's where he is.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can work it out from the trailers.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, but yeah, it just would have been nice maybe as an accessory to have a robe and maybe a head sculpt that could have been long haired. And
yeah, although he's not long haired in the movie for a long time. So
but it's the Mandarin. You got to embrace them. You know, you got to embrace the Mandarin. Yes, Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
that's correct. Coming to a cinema. It is predicted to do the worst of any Marvel film yet.
See it in IMAX if you can.
Sorry, you just reminded me of.
I know this channel.
What's the name? No. Well, no, it's a tough sell. This because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'm not being evasive or I'm not trying to be purposely provocative. I've seen the trailers and there's nothing in those trailers which is said to me, Grace, thank you, Titan. There's nothing in those trailers which I have seen that makes me give a shit about the character.
Right. And because you know what?
I don't know this character, okay? I don't know this character. Even though I'm a geek and I do my comic stuff, this is definitely one of the more what's the word I'm looking for? Obscure, yeah. This is definitely one of the more obscure characters, and so I don't know anything. So to me, the trailers should have been trying to sell me on the guy. And it just went, hey, generic generic film, folks. And I just like,
No, I would say I thought the trailers, especially after seeing the film, the new one, there was one new trailer I thought, I mean, this is a straight up Chinese fantasy epic. It's a wuxia movie, which I grew up with, like Zoo Warriors of the Magic Mountain, the Shaw Brothers movies I was watching when I was a kid. If you like Big Trouble in Little China or things like that, which the original trailers did not have any indication of this at all. And I think one of the great joys of watching this movie was like the first 15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was literally, when I saw it, I was completely taken aback. I'm like, what is this? Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, there was no indication that this movie was like this. Now, I will say, if you're not a fan of Chinese fantasy cinema, it might not be for you.
But I am. I mean, I spoke yesterday. I did the Real BBC yesterday. And I said that, if you said, start putting together your top 20 favorite movies of all time.
Right.
Okay. Then definitely within those movies, there'll be Battle Royale, which is a full Japanese cast. That's it's not a fantasy epic, but then I'd have Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Okay. All I can say is
House of Flying Daggers.
Dude, if you like House of Flying Daggers, Hero, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, you'll get it. You'll get it. That's all I'm going to say is you'll be like,
I know, I get you. Oh. And then there's one more thing. Mr. Simi Yu himself. I think he's a prick. I think he is he's a disgrace to Asian people at the moment because he is being disrespectful as fuck to the people who laid the groundwork before him. Him claiming there's been no Asian people to look up to in cinema. Him claiming that Asian people were only there to be punched by the leading man in films. Yeah. This guy is a knobhead.
Well,
this is what we call him in UK. An absolute knobhead, a dickhead.
Well, I have to say, this is what I don't understand. I don't get this about America. I don't get this about North America. I have been watching Asian cinema my whole life since I was a little kid. Whether it was Japanese science fiction, which I love to my very core, whether it was kaiju movies, or whether it was Chinese films and most recently Korean movies. There's great Korean, whether it's Memories of Murder, the Bong Joon-ho stuff, or whether it's I Saw the Devil, or there's so many great Asia. And I grew up watching, Kurosawa movies. And this idea that somebody doesn't see themselves represented in film. I'm like, what? The legacy of Asian cinema is so rich and so beautiful and so amazing. When I hear people talking about, I'm like, wait, you don't see, like, what? I mean, half of my collection of movies, well, not half, but I have a large collection of films from Asia. And it's like, what, you never watched a Kurosawa film? I mean, you never watched, for Elizabeth's class, we watched Kurosawa's High and Low, which is a police procedural. Yeah. A Japanese police procedural. And it's like, there's a lot of movies out there. And when you don't see yourself represented, why don't you go watch, I don't know, movies from Asia?
Well, I mean, dude, I grew up loving Jackie Chan. Fucking loving the man. I'd be watching Jackie Chan. I'd be watching Hardboard. I'd be watching Chow Yun-fat, Jet Li, Ken Watanabe, just to name a few off the top of my head. Fucking loving these movies that are put together. Takeshi Kitano, adore the man with a passion. And so somebody to come in and say this, he's a liar because he knows he's lying. And if he thinks he's selling the film or trying to play the politic game, get out. Why do you deserve my money? You are being disingenuous, and you are disrespecting absolute legends in your field. Legends.
Well,
not to even mention Bruce Lee and etc. Because this character is Bruce Lee.
Yeah, no, and what's interesting is Shang-Chi when the comics, which I love. Again, I loved Master of Kung Fu as a kid, and I love the Doug Mensch, Paul Gulacy run, and what it was. Shang-Chi was James Bond meets Bruce Lee. That's what it was. It was Enter the Dragon meets name your James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And that's how he was conceived. And for a lot of people, so in the 70s, Marvel had licensed a lot of literary characters like John Carter from Edgar Rice Burroughs, Fu Manchu, which is of course, you know, the racist character now, but Fu Manchu and Conan. So Marvel was publishing a lot of these books, and Shang-Chi's origin, part of it was that Fu Manchu was his father.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when Marvel doesn't have the license to, and of course, Fu Manchu has become a problematic character, they retconned that, and this movie further retcons that, which I don't have a problem with. But it's the Shang-Chi of that I grew up reading is different than the character in this movie.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't remember. I mean, I love John Carter, Warlord of Mars. I got the omnibus right here. I love that.
Yeah.
And the Master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. I love that too. And because it was, you know, it was Kung Fu spy thriller, which who didn't like that when you're a kid?
I mean, Hard Boiled, it's not a British film. I'm watching Police Story. I'm watching all kinds of Jackie Chan.
Oh, and Hard Boiled, I mean, that was when I mean, Tony Leung, who's in Hard Boiled with Chow Yun-fat, and then all the Wong Kar-wai films, because he was in, like, I think he's Days of Being Wild, and he was in Happy Together, and of course he was in the great In the Mood for Love. I'm a huge Tony Leung fan. I mean, he's been in Infernal Affairs that they remade as The
Infernal
Departed.
Affairs, of course. Yeah.
And it's like that. What I didn't know that Simu Liu was saying these kinds of things, but I just don't understand. I'm like, how can you say that there isn't an unbelievably rich, unbelievable history of Asian cinema, especially Asian genre cinema? Because my God, I mean, incredible stuff. And to say, like, I get it. So maybe the immigrant experience isn't represented well enough. I can understand maybe, but to say that there's no great Asian stars is like,
you could argue that how, you know, Jackie Chan did tons of movies in Hong Kong, China. He does a ton of movies
Police
in America
Story.
as well.
Come on,
dude, that
Wheels on Meals
thing.
And then how about the films that he's not in, like Peking Opera Blues and stuff like that? I mean, you've got so many.
I just find that people like that should just shut the fuck up, you know, because they're not helping the film. They're not helping. They're taking it that people are stupid, maybe as stupid as they are, but we're not. You know, people that go see movies tend to, you know, for the most part, have various genres which they like. And so they are more averse in you know, or more knowledgeable, I should really say, in different genres or different characters. So to try and say something and palm that off is insane. But what I will do, oh man, don't do this to here. Yes, what I will do is there was a woman who's a little bit upset, and I think we should have a look at her. Okay, she's a little bit upset about some toys.
Wait, someone's upset about toys?
She's upset about some toys. Okay, so
Target, a little upset by what I'm seeing here.
Oh,
Their
dear.
Shang-Chi toys are already on clearance, already on double clearance. And the movie's not even out yet, you guys. Also, that's super cool. I don't know, these toys look super cool. What are we doing in the clearance section? Can we give the movie a chance, maybe? Oh, not impressed, Target.
she's not impressed with Target for double discounted $8 Marvel's Katie.
That's because no one's seen the movie yet.
Don't put the toys out yet, then.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't understand. It's like, what's so funny is, look, here's the thing. Here's what really has bothered me. By the way, this has bothered me my whole life. I don't understand why, especially in America, we are so myopic that we don't realize that, you know, India has the largest film industry in the world. And I would ask anybody, when was the last time you watched an Indian movie?
Never seen one. No, I'm not joking. I've seen a couple, not many.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's like I think a movie called Robot
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's not. I always tell people to watch that. I like this movie, Lagan. I didn't know much about cricket or modern Indian cinema. Lagan was a movie I love. The reason when I watched Lagan, I wanted to know all about cricket. And when I worked on Lord of the Rings, I would go when I was in Wellington. I went to cricket matches. I went to my first cricket match ever.
You're speaking to an ex-cricketer, so okay.
And then I played cricket for the first time. It was very hard to bat because I wanted to play some American baseball.
No, dude, it's straight bat.
I mean,
you're going to trigger me right now.
I learned
cricket
to do
is straight back. It's straight.
I know.
It's straight.
I learned to do it, and I had a blast. I love cricket. Loved it. But I developed my love for cricket for watching a 3-hour Indian musical. So it's like, go watch movies, man. There's so many movies in the world that you haven't seen.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I don't mean you personally. I mean everybody out there.
No, I know. The broad. I had to get that Paul Cameron in though.
Yeah, I mean Like what is the point? What I find interesting about that is it's business. No one is buying those toys because no one knows what they are. So the idea that they're on clearance, it's academic.
I mean, the thing is though, if I would say that if those toys were Iron Man and Captain America and Hulk and Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, etc., they're recognizable characters, so they've got a much better chance of selling. But when you've got a movie with a character which virtually every normie ain't gonna know who they are, and then you put the toys on sale. They've been on sale now for like a month and a half or so. Nobody's gonna know who these are. They're gonna rot on the shelves because once the people who know, which is going to be few and far between, go, oh, I got myself a Shang-Chi or I got myself a Mandarin. I don't want a Marvel's Katie because that's the stupidest sounding toy in the world. Marvel's Katie. I mean, geez.
Yeah. Dude, Burnt by Bright Eyes says Indians make movies with Indians. The Japanese make movies with the Japanese. Nigerians make movies with Nigerians. By the way, the West, diversity, please. Yeah, it's very odd. I mean, I understand America is a melting pot, so it makes sense that people want to see themselves represented, which I don't disagree with. But we're in a weird, skewed, bizarre landscape where reality has eluded us, and we're in a very strange world where, I mean, literally, people in America are saying you are born racist, and that is a bizarre thing. There are people that want to create an ideology that says that we are born hateful of others. And that is
it's called the far left.
That is pernicious, dangerous, and frankly quite disgusting to me.
Yeah. I spoke today in today's video about when you're creating something, a movie, a franchise, then you have to appreciate either the characters, B, the geography, the location, the setting, the time. And there's nothing wrong if, let's say, you're doing Harlem in the 60s. I ain't gonna expect to see too many white faces there. No, you know, if I'm doing Bronx, you're probably going to see a lot more Italian-esque, white Italian, or whatnot, or etc. So it's just so this is frustration. Resident Evil. It's just so stupid. Hey, here's Leon S. Kennedy. He's now Indian, and you're just like, dude,
I got to bring something up. A friend of mine's wife wrote a book. And I love this book. I think you'd like it. It's by K.E. Flan. It's called How to Survive a Human Attack. And this is a guide for werewolves, mummies, cyborgs, ghosts, nuclear mutants, and other monsters to help them survive a human onslaught. And It is quite fun. And it says, did you know human attacks account for a staggering 100% of premature deaths for witches, swamp monsters, cyborgs, and other supernatural mutants and exceptionally large beings?
Ladies.
The past millennia or so has seen not only an uptick in human attacks, but also an increasingly indiscriminate victim selection. It is understandable to feel overwhelmed. From renowned preternaturalist K.E. Flann, How to Survive a Human Attack provides critical information at a critical time in history, with chapters specifically tailored to their target audience, including A Zombie's Guide to Filling the Emptiness and Moving Forward, First-Time Haunter's Guide for Ghosts, Spirits, Poltergeists, Specters, and Wraiths, Self-Training 101 for Werewolves, Sit, Don't Speak, Stay Alive.
Nice.
This book is hilarious, and it has a lot to say about our current age.
Amen. I'll amen that. I just realized something. There was another figure I haven't shown off. Now you have this figure. You know I've got this figure, but it's just been like chilling out behind me because I've had it for a couple of weeks now. But
we haven't been here.
Poosh.
Oh, dude. The
Hulk Van Dyne.
Dude, how great is that figure?
It's brilliant. I love it.
Dude, it's so cool.
The wings, I love the costume. I love the wings.
It's so, you got to give it up for Hot Toys with the recreation of these Marvel costumes. It lights up. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, let's get that light up going on the mask.
Really great. Look at that figure.
It's absolutely awesome. And these wings can you can play with them. You can change them into you can change the position of them if you want. I'd say the only thing is she's got such a slender waist, the gripper can't even grip her.
I know. That's problematic.
So that's a little bit of a bummer because I'm trying to keep her just above ground so you can see them. But this is an awesome figure.
Yeah.
And this so much so that I actually liked this more than the Ant-Man. So I still have yet to get Ant-Man, but to get Scott. But yeah, because I'm also I'm not gonna be disingenuous. I'm not actually sure which version of Ant-Man I want to get. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I still love the original. I didn't get the original, but I still
I kind of like the Civil War version as well. And so it's like which one to get. But that's absolutely where her organs. Well, that is a very faithful recreation. So okay, it's a great little character.
I got a figure. I got to show.
Oh,
now one of my favorite third-party companies now is a company Justin works with, So Toys.
So good.
I love the boys. I love the comic. I love the boys. So's first The Boys figure came out. Here he is. It is Butcher.
Yeah,
and
I love Keith Urban.
It's he's Keith Urban. That's Nicole Kidman's wife. It's Carl Urban.
That's what Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said once.
So this figure comes with the baby, the baby of Homelander, and it has two different head sculpts. One of them you can put a battery in and it lights up. The eyes light up. And this figure, I mean, it comes with many weapons and accessories. But what I love is I think all figures like this. So I think this head sculpt is great. I love the tailoring on this costume. I think he looks tremendous. He comes with baseball bats and chainsaws and power drills and everything that the Butcher should come with. And you know what? So Toys is almost rivaling Hot Toys. They're doing such a phenomenal job. And I'm not shilling for them. But this also comes with a
I will if you want me to, so.
This comes with a second head sculpt that I'm not as keen on, but it's not that it's not well done, because if you look, it's a great sculpt. I just don't know about the likeness with the expression. He's laughing
Yeah,
maniacally. It's not as good, but I will tell you this: the whole baby, this little baby with the fact that it comes with a light up baby, and you've got the second.
That's how I would pose it, holding the baby out.
Yeah, he's got to hold the baby out. But you've got the electric head that lights up. You put the little battery in it. This figure is fantastic. Now they are making, and I can't. I mean, he comes with so many accessories. I love this figure. I thank God I ordered the Homelander figure when I saw that it was coming out. I'm like, I paid for it right away. I paid for the whole thing, but I'm very impressed. So Toys put out their what is it? Nightwing. Was it Nightwing that I got? What did I get?
Yeah.
They're putting out Nightwing,
and they're doing a Robin as well.
Yeah, they're doing a Robin as well. And they're doing Rorschach from the Watchmen. But I mean, this figure, I love the smell of the plastic. The tailoring, I'm really impressed with this figure. It's really, really good. And
it's not bad. It's pretty damn decent. I would say So and Toys Era are the two best third parties.
Yeah. I mean, look
out
at this.
there at the moment.
Here's the base. I can't really see. I didn't take them all out, but the base and the weapons. These are all the accessories it comes with. I mean, this figure is packed to the gills, and he's more of a civilian. So I'm like, as Justin would say, is it very toyetic? No, but when you pose him with that Homelander figure, which looks to be exquisite,
oh yeah,
I don't think you can lose. So,
Nightwing isn't out yet. It's not official. It's called
Night Vigilante.
Night Vigilante, I think it's called. I've actually just received not just received, but a couple of days ago received an invoice to pay off the rest of the Air. I did have an Air on pre-order, so now I'm going to have two Airs. Then I'm going to have the So Toys Robin, which is the same but with a different head sculpt and slightly tweaked. And then Night Vigilante when they eventually come out, when that eventually comes out, too. But yeah, there's some good stuff, man. There's some good stuff happening, and if you're a Star Wars fan, they're chucking out. They're putting out the Return of the Jedi Scout, biker scouts with bikes.
Yep. I know, dude. There's so much good stuff to come out. I mean, we have to work harder, stream longer. I don't know what. But yeah.
Toyswonderland.com, sideshow.com. Two great sites there.
Yep.
And there's once you get into them, you can scour the internet for a couple of others.
But I have to say, like, I ordered my Ebony Maw figure, but now there's the 6 scale, the Shadow Void figure by Infamous from part of the Obsidian Order for Thanos. There's Present Toys is doing a De Niro's Taxi Driver figure. 3-0's doing a Rick Grimes from the first season of The Walking Dead, which I gotta get that. I mean, that's when The Walking Dead was good. Oh wait, did I say that? There's
a long time ago.
There's so many really, really cool figures that are coming out.
Rambo.
Yeah, that Rambo is coming out. The Sideshow's doing the Big Lebowski.
Two things which I've pre-ordered. Now I've actually pre-ordered them from Toys Wonderland, not from 1/6 Outfitters, which is this one, but there is a new.
I saw
there is a new Geralt. This is from The Witcher 3, from the start of The Witcher 3 in the Ursing armor. So this is a new Geralt, which you can. So I've got a Geralt, third-party Geralt from the original Witcher game, from Witcher 1. He's got a great outfit. That's called the White Wolf. Then I've got the Grandmaster Geralt, which is when he's in the Grandmaster gear from Witcher 3. Okay, Tom, I'll show you the Rambo in a moment. And then there's this one, which is the beginning of The Witcher 3. But, Witcher fans, there is also Cirilla, 1 in 6 Siri of Sintra, also available for pre-order. Holy shit. I am wet. Absolutely dripping. I cannot wait. I'm even thinking of maybe getting a second, so I can have one with Grandmaster Geralt and I can have one with Ursing Geralt. Zuriel, her sword. Yeah. So this looks pretty damn good.
It looks great.
This looks pretty damn good. So,
by the way, since you're there, could you go one to the right and show the laughing bat?
Oh, okay. So the Batman who laughs.
The Batman who laughs. Metal.
There we go,
dude. I had to get this. Come on.
Scott Snyder pisses me off. I could look the Dark Universe. It lost me. It was so fucking convoluted. I didn't have a clue what I was reading.
Fan, I had to get this.
I didn't know what the fuck I was reading. I was gone. I was lost. But yeah, I mean, this is a damn good looking Batman who laughs. I gotta say.
Come on now. I had to get that.
If this is third party, I might get it.
Yeah, it is.
As long as Scott doesn't see a penny, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get
that's the image. That's the
a
great one now.
Come on now.
Can you get the Robins or not?
That's the only one I've seen so far.
And then Tom wanted to see the Rambo, which is up here. You can get the Rambo. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm a little, to be honest, I'm not sold. The head sculpt is not.
Yeah, head sculpt's not too bad.
It depends what version. Like if you click through the pictures, it looks pretty good at various angles. But
oof,
I think
look at that bad boy.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I do love First Blood, so I mean,
it just needed a face light.
It needed just a little. It needed a little bit more. I mean, people can tell what it is, but I might have to go for the end when he's got the bandoliers strapped to him.
Yeah, I gotta say though that I do like to sneak onto 1/6 outfitters because of the. There you go. There's the Shadow Void, by the way.
That's it. I mean, come on, part of Thanos's crew. The Ebony Maw figure I already ordered. I had to pre-order this.
It's good. I like this. I do like this.
It's really, really cool.
And I need villains. You know, I got a lot of Marvel heroes. I need some Marvel villains. You know?
I love the Obsidian Order. I hope they do all of them.
It would be good if they do all of them because I wouldn't mind getting Chunk Man.
Yeah.
Now this is a 1 in 12. My heart was so excited when I saw this because I thought it was going to be a 1 in 6. But it actually turned out to be a 1 in 12. So, you know, Man of War, Neighbor of the Beast.
Great looking figure.
But I think if I'm look, this gets naked. They had to censor Le Nipioles.
Yeah, we're so ridiculous.
I know we are. Well, we're horny.
Yeah,
but you get you get great figures like this from like.
I do love her hands. The figure with the hands, like something out of the Thing when they're extended out. They're really cool. This
is from Goblin Slayer. Yeah, but it must be a third party because it's called Goblin Killer. But she's from Goblin Slayer, the anime.
How great does that figure look?
Oh, he looks fucking. I'm getting this. Goblin Slayer is great. I've seen it. I've seen the first season. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
that first episode is rough to get through.
If you want an anime episode or anime figures, this shit. Look at all the metal. If you look, it shows how if you click through the photos, there's one that shows how much metal is actually. And I don't mean like it's so metal, dude. But this figure has a lot of metal on it. It points to all the different places. I love this figure. I think this is great.
Metal. I think I'm gonna have to snag that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
They're gonna have to snag that. I like.
It's really good.
Oh God, you know what's happened, Robert? We've descended into shopping mode again.
Uh-oh. Well, no, we're showing people what's available. They might not know.
Okay, so there's you, Miss Valentine. Then here's the Time Sorceress, which we showed.
Yep.
A couple of weeks back. So that catches us up with that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, Witcher fans, you ain't gonna get better than this, really, right? No one's gonna license 1 in 6 Witcher figures, so you gotta grab them before they're gone, guys. You gotta grab them.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you linked me the okay. Right. Let's go. Let's get through. Let's go to the super chats. People have been very patient.
I got something to show too. I want to show, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, sorry, go on. You go. You do that first then. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull this out.
Excuse me
while I whip this out.
Oh, yes.
This is the Sideshow quarter scale Spider-Man from Homecoming. Now, I have to say, I've got a few. We were talking about this. I know you got a Batman Begins quarter scale Hot Toys figure, and they are exquisite. These are ridiculously expensive, and they're not economical, and they're quarter scale. So by the way, look at these if you can tell, they're multi-leveled. I mean, these boxes are 3-dimensional. So this bad boy was waiting for me. You know, again, this is from Homecoming. That's how you know how long it has been around for. But even the boxes of these characters are art. They're art in themselves. I'm just going to pop this out. So you've got the... I mean, they really make these special. So I'm just going to pop this out so you can see.
Cool story, Mark.
Here's the figure in its glory.
Wow.
Now, this figure...
That's actually a 1-in-1 Tom Holland.
Dude. I first of all, the smell of these alone gets me high. But this figure, I
want to sniff that box.
Dude, I know. I've been saying that since I was 13. Here is the quarter scale Tom Holland face sculpt. And this face sculpt
that looks great.
It's incredible. Incredible. If you wanted to show them with that, incredible.
That is beautiful. Actually, I'm going to give you a full, if you know.
Here, here, I'll full frame it. Here is the Tom Holland. I mean, is this creepily alive or what?
Oh, that is such a good sculpt.
This is quarter scale, not 6 scale.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to piss the audience off, but I've got this in my front room.
Dude, yeah,
yeah, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's so incredible. Now, what's really great is this does come with an array of hands, Spider-Man hands. But I got to set this down. I got to take this figure.
Come on, get it out, baby. Get it out for me.
I'm pulling it out. Hang on. Let me just set this down because I got to set down the box.
Come on, get them out.
So,
Daddy wants to see them.
Oh, dude, I know. Hold on. I don't normally go for the quarter scale figures because this figure, it's got
damn.
Wait, hang on.
It's ratchet joints. Okay.
Ratchet joints. So it is, I mean, this figure, the tailoring is so fucking amazing. I mean,
wow.
It's hideously expensive. I understand this. This is a Homecoming figure. Now, what's really awesome, you can pop this figure off, but one of the things I love about this is it comes with multiple eye configurations, kind of like Deadpool did. So let's see if I can pull it out. It's magnetized, so there are different size eyes. I actually changed this out because I like the big Todd McFarlane eyes, the Spider-Man eyes. I want to make them bigger, but I mean,
that's a good look. Good look.
Listen to this. Even the arms.
The arms are ratcheted.
All of this is ratcheted joints.
Woo!
This figure, I can't even tell you. Even the feet. Ratcheted.
Holy, oh man.
Dude,
I got value for my buck.
This figure is so great. Now, this, I mean, God, look at this. I mean, I hold this thing up.
It's a chunk, isn't it?
Dude, it's so great. I mean, so you can see the detailing on the costume. You can't even see, it's not showing up, but there's all kinds of texture in here that you can't even, let's see if I get it. It doesn't even show up because the lines are too thin. But
I think the light also is probably going to be taken away from the.
Yeah, I mean, this figure is so. It's incredible. I mean, if you like Spider-Man, I love this suit. This is an incredible figure. Now, I'm just going to set it here for a second because I'm going to go into the box because not only does it have lots
you get into that box.
Dude, I'm getting into the box.
I'm going to watch this. You get down deep in that box.
I'm getting deep here. So the first, dude, there's multiple levels. The first level in this box are all of these accessories. Now, I can't open this because they'll fall all over the place. But
Sure. Yeah.
Here are the different eyes. So you have different eyes. If you want to use the Tom Holland head sculpt, he's got the Spider-Man mask that goes over him.
It's so good. So you can just hold it in his hand.
Yeah.
So good.
There's the spider drone here. He's got
a extra bonus points, chat. What does he call the drone?
That's a good question.
Well, it's not difficult. He calls it droney.
Oh, well, there you go. Here are the webs that go underneath his arms. In the costume. Then there is, of course, you've got his backpack, the cell phone with Ned's face on it. I mean, the accessories on this are incredible. Now, what's amazing is this version is the deluxe version, and it's got the side sticker. Now, this comes with the entire. This base is huge. This is the Vulture's wings. I mean, it's monstrously huge. And if Justin on Justin's Collection does great reviews of these figures. So you can, I would suggest you go there. But I mean, this feels like it's, 10 pounds, even just with this gigantic base. This is, and by the way, it has a USB thing. It lights up. It lights up too.
Did not know.
Yeah, it lights up. So, this is one of, I think, Hot Toys' greatest figures. I honestly think that's the case.
That's really funny because when I'm deep in Aunt May, she likes it. Anyway, that's important right now.
I just
dude, you just showed me how much value I got for my buck there. Thank you.
I had no idea. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and Hot Toys quarter scale figure is a huge investment. I've got Vader and Boba Fett. Boba Fett had a big accident. My Boba Fett fell off.
Oh no, your doggy's got. Oh
yeah.
Doggy's got Boba.
Yeah. It's an incredible figure.
I gotta say, there's only one slight disappointment, which I knew before I purchased it. I just really wish it came with the jacket as well, the school blazer.
Yeah, but the other
I know, but you can't get that for love nor fucking money.
I know. Well, what's funny is I never got the original Homecoming. That Homecoming figure is amazing. I never got it.
That's why I got the quarter scale one.
That's you and me both. And I figured this because I have a lot of Spider-Man figures, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't get that one. It's so expensive now that when this was available, you're going to be happy. And I know it doesn't come with this school jacket, but this figure is dope as fuck.
Because there's the I got the one from the Far From Home.
Yeah, me too.
1 in 6. And I've got him with his eyes going, what?
Yeah.
But of course, that's the darker suit. And I think they missed a trick here with the darker suit, because instead of having the black trim on a dark suit, I think he should have done a white trim on the dark suit.
That would have been interesting. By the way,
it's
even
still a beauty.
Even this box is awesome. Just
I mean, it's a great, yeah. Look at that Spider-Man face.
I mean,
at the front,
it's so cool. So
we'll put you somewhere else. But I do like the white spider on the back. Gary doesn't. I like it though.
Yeah,
the white spider on the other one back. Reed, damn, that's good stuff, dude.
So I thought I'd show that, because I love it, and
I'm gonna be pretty happy when I open mine. Then,
dude, when you pick it up, and it's just so, well, as Justin would say, chonky. But it's so much fun. The accessories are so great, and the posability and the base. It's awesome.
Right, let's get into your super chats, people, and if the questions there, let's go through that. Michael B, aka Shogun, did it. Fuck, Michael, I did it after how many times getting it right? I went to Shotgun Gaming again. Shogun Gaming with a 14 Danish phallic unicorn. Thank you. Ooh. David Hart with a $50 super chat. The return of HAWT toys is an absolute triumph. Well, that's why it's called the Triumphant Return.
That's right, the Triumphant. And the great big love between us will never wane.
I know people who like, you're gonna. It's like, no, there was a plethora of people saying the same thing. I have every right to comment on, when multiple people say the same word. It's, I love.
By the way, dude, if I wasn't shilling for Disney, how would I have enough money to pay for this shit?
That's a good point. I can appreciate Robert shilling.
Yeah, but how come
he's got toys to buy?
Yeah, why doesn't Disney pay me in HAWT toys? Come on, man. As a licensee.
Have you asked?
Well, with my squash games with Bob Iger, he didn't understand what HAWT toys was. He didn't care. He's like, don't you want money? I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. It's all going to be converted into HAWT toys anyway. Can't you hook me up? I mean, Kevin Feige has his own HAWT toy of himself.
I don't think what.
And so
Bob
actually,
Iger, I think, is a HAWT toy
of yourself too.
I do.
Yeah, man.
And it's I got some pretty nice accessories for it, which will be shown off when the channel starts, which is going to be soon. Andrew Matthews with a £10 says, I really need this. Oh man. Dad has terminal cancer, so it's not a good week. My dad's called Frank, so give Puppy a scratch from me. New Critical Role statues, at Sideshow. Yes, there are. Andrew, I'm so sorry, dude. My friend bought a puppy, a beagle puppy, called him Frank. So I think I'm gonna see Frank on Saturday. So I'll give Frank some scratches, and I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah.
Not a lot you can really say about that, but enjoy what time you have, and you're never ever gonna forget your memories. Marty Gray with a £5 says, hey Az, what do you call a Frenchman? Oh my goodness me. At the beach in his beach clothes. Philippe. Oh no. Philippe Flop. Don't give up the day job, Marty. Horace Dunn with a $10 says, hey Az, love you and your content. Just watched your Resident Evil video. That's what you got the end of, Robert. And I'm with you. If a Nintendo race swapped and gender bent Link from Zelda, I'd be pissed. Well, the analogy that I used, Robert, which I think is quite a relevant analogy, would be, what if somebody tuned into my video was one day and there was just a black guy sat there calling himself Az, and they'd be like, who you? Oh, I'm Az. No, Az is that bald white fat guy. No, I'm Az. I'm the new diverse Az. No, you're not. It's the other guy. It's the other guy.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Sure.
So I got to see my nephew when I was up in Portland, and I went die-cast shopping with him because he has thousands of Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah.
He's 14. His name's Zach. And I picked this up.
Ooh. Oh.
Top Gun Maverick.
Nice.
It is a match. Now, I wasn't going to buy this, but then my sister and him, they secretly went back to the store and picked this up for me. Top Gun Maverick, an aircraft carrier. I think it launches a plane, an F-18.
I saw the Instagram.
So yes, I got that. I wasn't expecting to get it, but I just want to say, since we have been on this show, Paramount has delayed Top Gun Maverick yet again. And after CinemaCon, I'm like, oh my God, Paramount has moved Top Gun Maverick from Thanksgiving, November of this year, to May 27th, 2022.
Ooh.
They've pushed it 6 more months. And then they also pushed Mission Impossible 7
Okay,
to
that was
September 30th, 2022.
I guess you ain't gonna be flying into the danger zone then for a while.
Dude, we're not going to be flying into the danger zone until Memorial Day 2022, bro. 6 months. Top Gun was pushed 6 months.
DB, I want to show you box off, but I forgot where I put it. I put it somewhere and I don't know where. So I will find it for next time, DB. But I got your box. Somebody sent me a box of like corgis and stuff and little bits and bobs, and it's great. But I need to find it. I'll do it on the next show. Then we have Bufford T. Justice with a $50 super chat as well. Before I have even watched this stream, I know it was going to be an absolute triumph. It's gonna be a while, that one. Love you, RMB, even when I vehemently disagree with you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad.
Who wants an echo chamber?
But see, that's the way it's supposed to be. We should be able to disagree and still love.
Yes. Some young guy.
You're not disagreeing with me about Star Trek Discovery, though, because then we don't love. Then we part ways.
I had something to say about that show yesterday on.
Oh my God.
Some young guy with a $5 says, "Do you guys know a company that still makes Spawn figurines?" Also, hail to Az and Robert for the awesome streams. I mean, McFarlane Toys is the place to go.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
that's the play. I mean, I thought they did.
They did. McFarlane did a Kickstarter for an up-to-date version of the Spawn figure, and you can get it on eBay because the Kickstarter's finished and it's been fulfilled. But you are going to be spending £200 to £300 to get it. But it's a beauty. So that's where you're gonna go and get. Oh no, I had words to say about Discovery.
The most segregated, racist television show ever made.
Yes. Which is inclusive and diverse. Only
if you segregate the characters.
Yeah, only if you segregate the characters and become misanthropists and absolutely detest white males. Yeah, apart from that, beautiful. Put the blacks in one side, the cast which doesn't say any words in another side, and the LGBTs on another side.
Yeah, like only the non-binary and gay characters can be over here.
Fucking hell. 5 more years. Mr. Tickle Trunk with a 5 Canadian says, "Here's a small installment for your addiction." Sorry, I mean future content. No, you got it right first time. Addictions. Midnight's Edge After Dark, Tom, thank you, with a $5 says, "Love you both so much. I want to be like both of you when I grow up." Of course you do. Everyone does. No, they don't.
Sure they do. You know why? Because we're having fun.
Well, they want our shit. Can I have your shit? Not you, but can I just have your shit?
No, I don't think it's they want to know where our youthful exuberance comes from.
Years of cynicism.
Dude, we can't have this much youthful exuberance and only be cynical.
No, because once upon a time my franchises were here to cuddle me and love me, and then Kurtzman got hold of him. Okay. and ruined it all. But no, we the franchises which we love still. I mean, look at fucking Megatron, man.
Oh, dude, that shit is dope.
Just how can this just not turn you on? I mean, look, speaking of turning on there, turning on that. I mean, just how can that not turn you the fuck on? Come on.
Dude, they announced model kits from 2001 A Space Odyssey that I've wanted to get my entire life, and they're huge model kits from 2001. I'm like, I can't believe it took 53 years or something to get 2001 model kits this big, but they're coming. They are coming.
They're coming. As you command, Megatron. Well, I mean, I gotta say, I am so in love with that Megatron.
It's so great. Well, it looks fantastic.
Chef's kiss. That nobody guy with the $5 says, "Hail! I love how you guys have different opinions and can talk about them with mutual respect and love. Love the Rocky Creed was great. Creed 2, blah."
Yeah.
It's because Robert's a good guy. And you can talk to Robert, and it's a rare breed nowadays that somebody. I mean, Robert and I agree on plenty. We disagree on plenty.
Yeah,
that's life. You know, that's just called life. And we had a great debate a few months ago about, I can't even remember what it's about now. Do you remember what it was about?
Vaguely. It was about something we didn't agree on.
It was about something we didn't agree on, yeah. And it was about Loki. It was about Loki.
Yeah. That was a good debate.
Yeah, and it was just like and the audience fucking loved it.
Yeah,
and we were just talking as we talk now.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like I think people have mistaken differences of opinion with hate.
Well, that's because everything's so divisive nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like some of my best friends, I have friends that are very different from me, and we have very different belief systems, and I think that's okay. But I think that we now in the modern day are mistaking disagreements with hatred, and I don't think that's true. If somebody doesn't think the way that I think or believe what I believe, if they are well spoken in their opinion, as you are, for instance, I learn. My default position is to say that if somebody disagrees with me and I admire them or consider them to be intelligent, then I listen to what they say, because I just assume I will learn from them. Because if I have some respect or like that person, then they have something to teach me. Even though I might disagree with what they say, there's going to be some things that are going to give me insight into them when they explain their position. Like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. And now, because I already respect you, you've now opened my eyes or illuminated my gaze to something I might not consider. Like, I'll tell you something very interesting. So the people there, my producers are on Tango Shalom are from a different part of the world than I'm from. And I've always wondered, like, they like to bargain all the time. And it would get annoying when I'm being their post-production supervisor working on that. And I'm like, no, there's no bargaining here. There's a price. It's labor intensive. And I would think that they were being obstinate, and then I finally realized, I'm like, well, no, I mean, they want to bargain about everything. I'm like, it's not about that. We're not, no, this is the fixed price, but they want to bargain for everything. And then I realized, well, where they come from, bargaining is expected. That's what they do. And for what I saw as an annoyance or something that was a hindrance, then I realized that no, that's just part of their culture. It's their de facto position. And then I was like, okay, well, now I don't have to be as annoyed by it. I just assume that they're going to bargain because that was a part of their culture. And so once I sort of realized that, I was like, God, I hate this. And so it was somebody else. It was a third party who pointed out, well, like, bro, they come from here. So that's inherent to what they do. And I was like, oh, so I don't have to get mad about it. Now I understand it. So I understand that they're just going to bargain. That way, when I launch into how much something costs, I can explain, listen, it's a fixed price. It's here. This is how much it costs. This is why it costs this much. And there's no wiggle room there. And then they're like, oh, okay. And it was easier to work with them. And once I knew that, I didn't understand it. I thought they were fucking annoying. Then it was like pointed out to me that, oh, okay. And once you know, then you can deal with people. And they're not wrong. They're just, it's a different mindset. And I think they learned from me as much as I learned from them, and it was the way to be. And I don't understand, like, why, if we disagree, why do we have to, like, look, I don't collect Transformers figures. To bring it back, Transformers figures, I miss the Transformers. Yeah. And the early Transformers figures didn't impress me because they were like repackaged figures of other toy lines. I'm like, that's some bullshit. I didn't like that. Other Japanese toy lines. So I was just a little too old. However, I love Japanese robots and toys. So I do love the Transformers toys. I just don't have any connection to them. But I can look at like the die-cast Megatron and look at how it all lights up, look at the manufacturing, and I'm like, that is some cool shit. Like, I can admire it. I'm not going to collect it because it's not my thing, but I admire it. Like, and sometimes I might have to bust on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first season. Those figures are pretty fucking dope. I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, again, I was too old, no connection to them, but they do represent Super Sentai figures and all back to Kamen Rider. I'm like, maybe I'll want to get those figures. So it's the kind of thing where we can all learn from each other. We can all respect one another. And we all, like, I don't want everyone to disagree with me. How boring would that be?
No,
what kind of a dinner party would that be? I don't want to get drunk with somebody that I agree with. There's no fun in that. Come on now.
Drunken debates are the best.
The best. And I look forward to the day when I come to Yorkshire. We go to whatever local pub you have. I want to sit there with you from the time it opens till it closes. And we're going to get pissed. We're going to drink pints.
Get bloated.
And we'll live stream the whole thing.
Have a dry white wine and a sherry, please.
Apparently my card doesn't work because we'll be ordering shit at the same time.
Yeah, and finally, bro, bring the laptop. So you know,
like, can you hey, can we get another super chat? I need a pint.
Yeah.
Or another tip. Thank you very much.
Send us through directly to PayPal.
Yeah, I'm out.
We need to get around in. SJ Almighty with a £5 super sticker of good job. And then Shane O'Reilly with a €1 fiddy connoisseur mustache. And then Shane O'Reilly with a €1 fiddy phallic. What? Swag. Hitchhiker 42 with a £5 with Exo 6's Janeway news. I was told that the Queen is on its own timeline and separate from the captains. Is she going to come? I mean, Janeway's pre-order sold out in 20 minutes.
Dude, I pre-ordered that shit. By the way,
oh yeah,
Picard. It's like, did you pay for Picard?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Picard before I get fucking Data.
Me too. What the hell, man? By the way, I like the Janeway. I like.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
They had to pick the face skull. I thought it looked good. I love that she comes with. Dude, I never thought I'd get
with
excited
the coffee
about
with the coffee.
an action figure with a cup of coffee.
Well, it's like when I got the Picard, when I got my next gen Picard, and it was like, you get the exclusive one you get with the plasma rifle. I'm like, why? He's got the accessory I want. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. So mine's just like that, holding his cup of tea, holding his Earl Grey. Yeah, that's Picard.
I think I'm going to have Janeway and Picard toasting their tea.
Ooh, that'd be good. But she looks great. And then we've seen an image where there's an Archer, and that Archer looks fantastic. And there's a Cisco, and that Cisco looks fantastic.
Fantastic. And if they're going to put them out this quick, I mean, I was worried. I was really worried. Justin was getting me worried that like there's not.
Yeah, he was.
He was like, there's not a lot of online presence for these reviews. And I think, well, it's the people that are buying these reviews are not people that are watching Hot Toys or figure reviews on YouTube. They're just buying the figures. I'm hoping they're doing well, but the fact that we're getting, Data, Picard, and Janeway so quickly, I thought it was really interesting that, look, even before Kirk, they're giving us a Janeway.
I thought green top Kirk would have come out first. I got a Cisco.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Cisco is coming next.
And that Cisco figure looks badass.
Why do I think Cisco is coming next, Robert?
Because of the time we live in.
No, because of the outfit. Because it's the same as Data and Picard, so they probably got the outfit. Yes. They probably got the materials to make it. I thought
you were going to get political and we are going to get into a big debate.
That was
we got the woman and we got Cisco.
We got a woman, then we got a black dog. No, it's it says material.
No, I think you're absolutely right about that. And by the way, that makes perfect sense. I mean, I have no problem, with utilizing those costumes and putting that stuff out. I think that's a great idea. And
I like the gray outfit.
I do too.
I gotta confess, I do not like the Janeway outfit. That era. I think that's a very sloppy Starfleet outfit.
But it is quintessential Voyager, though.
I mean, it's quintessential Voyager. I'm just so glad that DS9 eventually got out of them.
Yeah. They adopted the first contact uniform.
Yeah, they just didn't. It's too much black.
Voyager couldn't because they were in the Delta Quadrant.
They couldn't because they were in the Delta Quadrant. And what was nice was even when they communicated with Starfleet, and Starfleet are in the gray, and it's not as if Starfleet went, here's some specifications.
Why did they just send them, squirt them when they were talking to Barclay? Just squirt them a little thing that they could put in their replicators and make the new costumes.
You got it. So I did actually appreciate them staying in them, but Yar. Hold on. Norwegian Kryptonian with a 22 Norwegian says they're not showing it in cinemas up here. Is that Shang-Chi?
I thought they were. You know what they are showing in cinemas in Norway?
In Norway.
In 14 days, Dune.
What?
Dude, Dune opens September 15th in Norway.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Damn. That's good. Yeah, but they said XO6 said the first batch of Janeway pre-orders sold out in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they've opened up a second batch. So there's probably going to be a wave 1 and a wave 2.
Yep.
Which made me happy. I mean, I hope that's legit. I hope it's genuine. Because if it is, then that sounds healthy to me, and maybe we'll get whoever next, let's just say Cisco for argument's sake, in 2 or 3 months' time. Going up for pre-order.
Yeah.
Don't know what's happening to that Picard chair, though. Quarter Black Garrett, how you doing, buddy? With a $10 says, just ordered the 2000 AD Judge Dredd 1 in 6 that came out a while back. I know the one you're talking about. It looks great. Now I just need a 1 in 6 Lawmaster Might. Need to make one myself. That's what you do, dude. Love you both. Quarter of a black fist bump.
Nice.
Yeah, man. That the 2000 AD one, I was so close to buying and I never bought, and I do regret now. Because it was just such a great recreation of the comic Dredd. But okay, you now you see, now I'm of the mind that I'm never gonna miss out. If I have maybe it's a yes. I can always regret later when I've got it, and then one day I'll turn around and go, do you know what? I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I know, right?
Glad I did. I'm glad I did ask Gary to get me a Marvel's Katie before it went into the landfill. Henry K with a $2 super sticker of a thumbs up.
Ooh.
Thank you, Henry. Super Nate with a $10 says, did you finish Superman and Lois yet? Not yet. Oh my god. I love Super Nate. Every fucking stream he tells us this. It's probably gonna be a couple of weeks, dude. They really need to make a Hot Toy Tyler Hoechlin's Superman. in the Fleischer style costume. Hell yeah. Such a beauty that costume is. Third party, please. Can we have a Tyler Hoechlin Superman in the Fleischer costume?
I want one.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would slurp that up.
Yep. Yep.
100, dude. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before because I got to watch episodes 12, 13, 14, 15. So I got the last 4 that they did. I got to watch them, and I'm going to watch them back to back. So it's when I have some time, and at the moment I'm rammed. I'm absolutely rammed. If I'm not doing something on my channel, I'm doing something on someone else's channel, and I do not have a lot of free time. Can I just say that's not a complaint? That is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing to have because I love to work.
Me too.
And it's fun. And if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life and all that. I like that. Andy LDN with a £4.50 super chat says, "Hi guys, watching you on the train back home from London and missed you so much. Amazing figures and what Zorg. Don't leave us again." Robert had to go film. He had to go film, and I didn't want to do the show without Robert.
And I appreciate that. Yes, I had to go. I had to go work. I had to go away. I know I had to go. No? Sure. I had to go.
No, that was Cat Stevens.
I know.
Okay.
And I love Cat Stevens, and he makes me but
that's why you shut up. I like
isn't he Yusuf? Isn't he Yusuf? Cat Stevens changed.
Oh yeah, well no, he used to be Cat Stevens. Now he's something completely different.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah. And now it's like Cassius Clay, really.
Yeah.
Hap Keto Lock with a $10. He's got 2 back to back, by the way. Says the Mensch Galassi, and the Mensch Gene Day, not a Zach fan, runs are fantastic. It's unfair to ignore the actual original Sax Roma adventures as a predicate. Galassi, yeah, he's a great artist.
By the way, somebody asks on Twitter, J Plus is asking if this is Mildred Pierce.
No, that's Rachel.
My shirt. It's Rachel from Blade Runner. But Mildred Pierce, I just want to give J Plus out there, J Plus at J Plus Music. Kudos to you for the Mildred Pierce reference. Nicely done. I can see why you would think that was Mildred Pierce, and the fact that you know Mildred Pierce. Respect.
Then Hapkido Lock again with a $10 super chat says Ian Fleming certainly read Sax Roma and all the Clubland heroes, and maybe others should before lumping them in with mere Bond pastiche and tossing around racist labels.
Well, we'll see.
Henry K with a $10 says, "You are born as a sinner, but not a racist. As a sinner, we repent and we try to make the future better."
I like that. How about that? Yes. I mean, you know what? That's all we can do is struggle to make our lives and the lives of those around us better.
Just try and be your best you. That's all. We all fuck up.
Yep.
That's the thing. We have this crazy sort of puritanical, and it's coming. It used to be the right, which was the Puritans. Now it's the far left.
Dude, the far left. They're a very scary bunch.
And it's as if they expect you to be pure and without sin and never. We're human. To err is human.
That is correct.
And I'm going to make plenty of mistakes in my life before I pass on to the next realm. Plenty. And that's just going to be human.
But you'll have a lot of goddamn toys.
Oh, swashbuckling profit. Okay.
You know, the old adage as he who dies with the most toys wins is never more apropos than with our viewership.
Oh man, it's gonna be a hell of a race. I'll tell you that. I'm burying it with I'm buying. I'm gonna just save up to get a what's they call them? Not a coliseum, where you open the door and you have the
a crypt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pre-build my crypt. It's gonna be out of marble. It's just gonna be display cases that have like hermetically sealed things, and all my figures and toys are gonna be arranged.
And I'm gonna get security guards and shit and everything.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna pick a Star Trek uniform that my corpse will decompose
in.
So I'll put it in like it'll be in a box, but I'll have like a clear box so it goes down into the soil, so the worms can come up and eat my flesh. So I will be decomposing until all that is left is a cool uniform with my skeletal remains, but surrounded by a kick-ass bunch of Hot Toys figures. What do you think?
Oh, that's a beautiful way to go.
Yeah, because then somebody could take my skeleton and then use a Fison body, use that same kind of silicon, and I'll be the inner skeleton reinforced with metal, and they'll make me a 1-to-1 scale. Take your pick. So there you go. That's a little morbid, and why I'm thinking this way, I don't know, but I'm like
kind of a little morbid, but at the same time a little bit cool. A little bit cool.
Yeah.
Dean Krantz with a $10 says, Robert, there is a Russian television show called The Night Swallows. Well, play with cards right tonight. No. About the night witches. I'd like to even with the subtitles.
I would love to see that. I didn't know that. I will absolutely watch that. I love the Night Witches.
That nobody guy with a $5 says, sorry, wait, I missed one. Sundrop Puddleton with a $2. It's a great surname. Says, have you pre-ordered Janeway from XO6? Yeah, we just discussed it. Yes,
we did.
Yes.
Yep.
Star Trek, which sadly stopped after Enterprise, never to be seen again.
It's too bad. Really.
Yeah, too bad.
Or as I like to call it, the 12-year hostage crisis continues.
Yeah. That it's now going to turn to
although you know what, I'm going to say this. Since they showed us the introduction of the new Star Trek animated show Prodigy, I have to say that I do have a little bit of hope, only because one of my favorite Star Trek novelists, David Mack, who has written some of the most canonically his canonical fealty to the original Star Trek universe is so great. And if you want to read just a kick-ass trilogy, read David Mack's Destiny trilogy that takes place after the Dominion War. You'd have to read a lot of the other books, the post-Dominion War books, but it's a great series. Or read his 2 Mirror Universe novels. He was actually a consultant on Star Trek Prodigy, and I have a shred of hope that I will like. I know it's an animated show for kids on Nickelodeon, so my default position is
really stretching
seething hatred. But I mean, so this is how far out I'm on a limb. I'm the Roadrunner, or I'm Wile E. Coyote. I'm so far out past the cliff edge.
You've run past the cliff. And you're on fresh air now.
I'm in fresh air, and I'm hoping that there's a shred of something that I might like.
You're hoping that you don't stop and look around and then look down.
Yeah, right now.
Hold up the sign.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. Jesus Christ. When you're putting your faith in a kid's TV cartoon on
because of a Star Trek novelist's involvement.
Yeah. You are reaching.
I know.
Oh, well. That nobody guy with a $5 says Leon is arguably Resident Evil's most iconic and beloved character. I don't think it's even arguably. I think he is. Leon has a distinct look. That is this new guy does not fit. Full on agenda casting. It is, and it's sad, and it's annoying, and it's frustrating. And all it does is put off fans, not draw them to them, which is not what you want. And normies, I said this in the video as well, Robert. I said normies they're not going to say, oh, well, it's a zombie movie. They're going to say, oh, it's a video game movie.
Right.
Which has zombies in it. And there's going to be the stigma of video game movies. So they're already fighting an uphill battle as it is. Because video game movies do not have a good reputation at all.
No.
So, yeah, start off by just pissing all the fans off. That would be great. So clever. Athenan with a $50 super chat. Athenan, thank you so much, man.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it is. He's a very generous person, indeed. Great to see. Loves me. Loves me long time. Great to see What Toys back. Hail Az and Robert. I just got on to hear that Az is wet and dripping over Geralt. Lol. Have a wunderbar day, all. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. You too, dude. Mega reacts with a $5 says Obsidian Order. Did Thanos word with the Cardassians?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did. Who's to say that the Cardassians are not in the MCU? Because there has been Star Trek Marvel Comics after all.
True.
Maybe the Obsidian Order came from Thanos, because the Obsidian Order, as we know it, was in the 23rd century. Maybe they took their P's and Q's from Thanos himself. I kind of like that. I'll buy that. The Obsidian Order in Deep Space Nine was inspired by Thanos, the Mad Titan. They knew him. Why not?
The Mad Titan.
Sure.
And to show that I am a fair guy, I actually enjoyed last week's What If. Totally forgot to watch this week's.
I hear this week's is really good.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll be the judge of that. But I quite enjoyed last week. I thought last week's was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Star Trekker 58 with a 5 Australian says, hey guys, I just received my Jazz Inc. Millennium Falcon cockpit.
And what did you think?
Also, thanks to you guys telling me about Toys Wonderland, I found a 1 in 6 Chewy. Oh, that's good. Didn't know you spoke Wookiee.
I do.
Oh no, I'm getting horror flashbacks to Solo.
Well,
stop, brain.
There's good Hot Toys Stormtrooper figures that came out of that. Good Imperial figures that came out of that. But remember, when I start my OnlyFans account, I need Rogue One and Thor Ragnarok Hot Toys figures, so you know what to get me when I start doing my dancing.
And you start whoring yourself.
Oh yeah. I am not above pouring myself for Hot Toys figures. Just like I'm waiting for my shill payments from Disney.
I don't want to see, Robert, I don't want to see in 2 years' time you doing tricks on the back streets of San Francisco saying we'll suck dick for Hot Toys.
Well, if I could get hella. I mean, come on, man.
Well, it depends which one. Yeah.
I just need Gladiator Thor, Gladiator Hulk, and Hela. You know how it's just a few. Well, a few sucks. No one has to know.
I just imagine you dressed up like.
By the way, I would put my all into it. I'd make sure that I like with every other job.
I would try.
Yeah.
I would work the balls.
I would. You know, a little thumb reach around and that, come on, I would do good, man. Because I'd want to make sure that I want new. I don't want previously owned.
Yeah.
So I'm paying a premium. A premium.
I want a tip.
Yeah.
I want a tip at the end of this.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, I'd rather have the figures. They're eternal. You know, a few moments in time, no one remembers. But Hela's forever.
Yeah. Could you give me another couple of bucks for some mouthwash? Commander Cisco.
No, you don't have to. You can shoplift that in San Francisco.
Oh, of course you can. Yeah,
it's decriminalized. It's decriminalized.
Of course. Yeah.
Just
silly me.
Yeah.
Get all the
don't have to worry
mouthwash
about
you
it.
want for a lifetime.
That's
now in
right.
San
You
Francisco.
can just walk into Target and be like, I'm taking this. Oh, and these Mego figures. I'm taking the con figures and
Sir,
thank you.
bye. Commander Cisco with a $2. This took a weird turn. Commander Cisco with a $2 says, have you seen the 1 in 7 Priestess by Fat? It's great.
I have not.
I have not. I'm going to googly woogly. Oh yeah. We showed it off on today's stream.
Oh, he said I thought he said 1 in 7th.
Oh, this is it's a slightly different one, yeah. But we showed off the Priestess from Goblin Sarah's 1 in 6,
which is awesome. That figure is awesome. Which
I think I'm gonna snag after the stream because it's that fucking roll. It's that roll, baby. Hello with a $31 Australian. Thank you. Says, hi. Did you know that the Muppets started as sock puppets? Could you imagine Kurtzman in charge of the Muppets? That he'd then really be the ultimate sock cucker. I'm trying so hard to get through this without saying something real bad. All us guys secretly want our socks cuckered by Alex Kurtzman. That kind of fit in with this general conversation that's going on right now, so fuck it, really. 32, I think Kurtzman's doing us up the wrong, and right now, he's been doing it for 5 years, he's going to do it for 5 more. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser with a $2 says, I'm going to come.
Don't come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Lord Corporal with a 5 Canadian says, this show makes me, oh God, I nearly did that. It makes me happy. Sheryl Crow. This show makes me happy.
That was pretty good, by the way.
It was pretty terrible.
You know, but no, after hearing your Ocean Man, that was pretty exquisite. Come on.
After hearing Ocean Man, that was actually good.
I love Ocean Man.
Ocean Man, hey, dude, do you know that we're number 1 at the charts at the moment?
Again?
Yeah, with the new theme tune from Friday Night Tights. It's number 1 on the Amazon charts in the UK and the US. It's number 1 on the iTunes Metal charts. It was the last time we knew it was number 57 or something in the iTunes charts.
That's a great I've ever heard.
It's absolutely outstanding. The beautiful Dan Vask sings it, and it's our new credits, our new intro to Friday Night Tights, new song. It's smacking those number 1s, baby.
God bless you.
So please, if you haven't already got it, go to iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. All hail Friday Night Tights by Dan Vask. It's just $1. It's just $1. I'm sure you got $1. Go and support Dan. Yeah. Lord Corporal with a we did that one. Hello is back with maybe some more filth. With a 8 Australian. He says, wow, YouTube hates the word cucked. Can't be entered into chat. I'm sorry. I don't make no rules. Had a good meeting with YouTube today. Well, Google, I should say. Good. Very positive. Goldeny Bream with a €5 says, what are your thoughts on the Playmobil Enterprise? I think it's too expensive as a kid's toy, too Playmobil for adults. Now, you had it bought for you.
On this show.
On this very show.
Yes, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. It should arrive. Today's September 1st, so it's supposed to come out in September.
Now, Zavvi in the UK are selling it.
Oh.
And let me just go to Enterprise. Let's see if I can find it. You put Enterprise in, it brings a lot up. Maybe I should have put Playmobil. Let's put Playmobil. Playmobil. Here we go. Here it is. Oh my god. Okay. I say oh my god. The cheeky fuckers. It was up for £400. Okay. It's $500 your side. It's £400 our side. But Xavier have tried to trick people saying that it's got an RRP of £450, but you can save £50. It's been the same price all the time. But it's I'll show it here. Let's have a show. I kind of want to, but at the same time, it is so expensive but it's a beautiful Enterprise, Playmobil Enterprise.
I mean,
look at that bridge.
It's funny because I've talked to people because the look of it is a little goofy on the outside because the saucer section has to be deeper and wackier to put the bridge in there. But to me, it just accentuates the kid nature of it all. I see it as almost an animated kind of a thing, but it's just, come on, it's delightful. What's not to love? It's
absolutely delightful. It's released on the 8th of September. Got plenty of lights.
Oh, it's the 8th of September. So that would be the 55th anniversary of Star Trek itself, debuting on American television. Wow, that means
a week today. A week today. There's the USB
to 8th of September. A day I'll always remember. Yes, I will.
So we got okay.
That was the day that Star Trek debuted.
No, it's dead. Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Uhura, Scotty, Sulu, Chekhov.
There you go.
It does look great though. It does. It does. You can hang it
like
up.
41 inches. The funny thing is you can't tell how big it is. This sucker's huge. It is huge. Hopefully, wait a minute. So this September 1st. So next week on my channel would be the 8th. It would be the. But I don't think I would receive it by the 8th.
No. Maybe not. It might arrive on the 8th. They might ship it the day before to arrive on the day of release.
Maybe if you get it from like Amazon or something.
It's 1 meter long, apparently.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man.
It's tempting. It's expensive. It's tempting, but I don't know. I'm a think, but I think it's so cute. Guntilda Von Bigglesworth with a $5. Thank you, Gruntilda. Okay. White Tiger with a €2. Robert, were they from the Netherlands? Robert, were they from the Netherlands? What plug?
You mean Jazz Inc?
I don't know. Jazz Inc. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to, White Tiger. Sorry.
Yeah,
dude.
well, Jazz Inc. Joost and his father and the Jazz Inc. company is in Jazz Inc. Dioramas is in the Netherlands. And I'm a big Paul Verhoeven fan, and I can't wait to see his lesbian nun movie.
Oh,
Benedetta.
Hey, you know that picture of that nun that you posted with the guns and shit?
Oh yeah,
I'd buy that as hot toy.
Oh, I would too.
She looked cool as fuck. It made me think of I was thinking of can I get a story? Could I get a film out of nuns versus monks?
Yes, you can.
I was kind of thinking we could make a pretty cool film, like a satirical.
I'm in.
Nuns fighting monks, guns, blades, unrequited love between a nun and a monk.
For you and I.
Why not?
It's better than San Francisco.
Let's pool our money, and then we get even more hot toys. Yeah, Horace Dunn with a $5 says, "I'm super jealous of Robert's Spider-Man." Oh, Horace, don't be like that. You can be super jealous of mine because I've got one as well.
Why don't you just get one?
So you can be super jealous of Robert's and my Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Horace. That was naughty of me. I'm gonna naughty as.
But you haven't even shown us Mark from Battle of the Planets yet, bro.
Dude, I have 3 fucking statues still boxed up because I have nowhere to put them until things start clearing.
I
know. But when you see him, see him,
sad.
Do you know why I'm not sad? He's protected. He's protected in his box right now. and he's just gaining value by the day.
Well, I
I've still got my Siri. I got my Siri of
that.
Sintra as well. My Siri of Sintra. So I've got my Geralt. I'm gonna because I want to get my Geralt, my Triss, and my Siri together. I want father, daughter, fucking dirty sex partner.
But not like in the dirty sex.
Oh no, we're talking just like filth. Yeah. Tomorrow, folks, the Witcher streams return tomorrow. Hopefully starting around about midday UK time.
Does Witcher start again tomorrow?
No, I'm playing The Witcher 3 live on stream.
Oh, nice.
I've done 4 parts so far. The first part, when I did the first stream, 4.5 hours.
Wow.
When I did the second stream, 5.25 hours.
Nice.
When I did the third stream, 6.5 hours. And then when I did the fourth stream, 7.5 hours. So we've gone from 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. So tomorrow I'm looking to start at about midday UK time, and I will see, but I'm hoping to stick in about 8 hours tomorrow, maybe do a full day shift. You know, a full working day shift on The Witcher. Have some funsies. Sundrop Puddleton again with a $2 says after January sold out, they teased Robert Picardo.
Wait, they did?
Did they?
They're gonna make it. Wait a minute. Let's go. Let's check this out.
Yeah. 24-hour stream. Well, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of Critical Drinker tomorrow night. Are you going to come to Critical Drinkers tomorrow night?
Me?
Yeah. He's having his first open bar.
I would love to come to Critical Drinker tomorrow night.
Okay, it's an open bar where people can stop by.
Yes, and I've never. That's amazing.
I'll send you the link.
Wow.
Firefly Mark 1 with lovely. With a £2 thumbs up super sticker. Thank you, Firefly. Michael Tynan with a $50 as well. Guys, thank you so much, man. $50 super. Now have a love-hate relationship. Oh, I now have a love-hate relationship with you, gentlemen, because you're always yes attitude made me pre-order the Prime 1 quarter scale Aloy.
Bruh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the hate, man?
Yeah,
don't have a love-hate relationship with us.
What he's put, love you so much, as Robert. You are always a breath of fresh air. Michael, thank you so much. Dude, that's a good purchase.
That is a good purchase. Like, you know what? You might hate us now, but once you get that box and you open it up, the pack, and you smell that styrofoam, I'm telling you, you actually pick up those pieces and start assembling it. By the way, there's another YouTuber that I don't know. Justin knows. Do you know Gem Mint? Do you ever watch Gem Mint?
I am aware of them, yes.
So Gem Mint, I always watch that guy. I mean, he's as happy as we are, you know, for the most part. And he basically collects statues and Marvel omnibuses, you know, like which I don't have as many as him, but, you know, I like my Marvel omnibuses. I'm always, you know, I have many of them surrounding me. But Gem Mint's channel, he basically focuses on statues. And the one thing about him is, like, every time I'm watching his channel, Elizabeth, my girlfriend's like, I don't like statues. Like, action figures, I understand, but you can't get statues. So I watch Gem Mint's channel in order to stave off the desire to buy statues. Because I'm like, you know what? I'll just watch the Gem Mint video because they're too damn big.
Mm-hmm. I
mean, the statues he reviews are huge. They're making huge statues, dude. And like I had a Prime 1 Robotech statue I had an order for 1.5 years, and I'm like, I let it go. And then there's Evangelion statues and things I want from Prime 1, and I just you know what? I don't say yes to them because then I could buy. Then if that's that, I look at a Prime 1 statue. I'm like, that's 4 or 5 Hot Toys figures.
Yes, I'm never going to regret buying Geralt. I am never going to regret buying Nightfall Batman. That's a dream statue for me.
Yep.
I'm never going to regret buying Triss because, right, I'll tell you what, Robert, sorry, it's a little bit of story time here. Do beg your pardon.
Please.
I was on the verge of leaving YouTube because I wasn't making any money. People weren't coming in. So, I was losing my audience. I totally fucked up on what I was doing. It was all my kind of fault. And I was just streaming.
Because you didn't know me.
No, because I didn't know you. I was just streaming until you were lifting me up.
Yeah.
And I was just streaming, right? And, I did have some like really, really kind people. I'm going to name them. There's a German chap called Stefan. There was a German chap called Cristiano. There was a French lady called Claire. And there were others, but they were like 3 people, which essentially kept me going with their generosity, with their like tips and stuff. And without them, I would have folded way before. And so I was kind of like holding out, but I'd literally given myself 3 months. If I can't turn things around in 3 months, it's going to be time to call it a day. And it's all good, I had a good run, 5.5 years. That's what it would have been. I had a good run and all this kind of stuff. And I distinctly remember one stream, because everyone knows that I love The Witcher. And we were talking about The Witcher. And somebody said, hey, have you seen this Triss Merigold Prime 1 statue? And I said, no, link it. And so they put the link in and I saw it for the first time, this Triss Merigold Prime 1 statue. It's about 800 and something pounds. And they said, oh, and I was like, obviously I could never afford this. I could never afford to get this statue. And somebody said, well, what if somebody tipped £2,000 to you? Would you get it? And I was like, honestly, I wouldn't, because £2,000 would I could use that to go to rent bills and keep me going for a bit longer and yada yada yada.
Wrong answer,
it was the right answer at the time. So I said, it's a great thing to it's a lovely thing, but it's never going to happen. And then serendipitously, kind of serendipitously, Twitter Blizzard announced World of Warcraft Classic. I did a video on it and I posted it back on the HeelvsBabyface channel, which I hadn't posted on for like a year or so, pretty much. And it got a massive reaction. The people were like, please come back to this channel. And I went back to the channel and things started to get back together again. And then Blizzard made a massive fuck up a year later with Diablo Immortal and all this kind of stuff. And then the whole gaming industry seemed to implode for a bit. And my channel just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And he got to the point where from just like surviving, existing, right, I had some disposable for the first time in a long time. And I had enough disposable. And I saw the statue and I was just like, I'm going to get that statue. Because that was the statue. That was the statue that I could never attain because I was on the verge of finishing. And now I can get that statue. And it was just such a sort of wow, what a turnaround. It's been a couple of years, but wow, what a turnaround.
This is a lovely story.
I look at this, I look at my Triss Merigold statue and it symbolizes so much to me. It symbolizes never give up. It symbolizes have humility. It symbolizes be humble, be grateful for what you get. So it means a lot to me. Apart from I just want to fucking rip her clothes off and bang the shit out of her. At least more than just that. So yeah, it means everything to me. So every time I see that statue, I smile every single time. For more reasons than one. But yeah, it was just a nice sort of,
I love that story.
Just a nice sort of thing to Yeah, I was chuffed. It meant something. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful to the people that kept me going, and it was just great. Yeah, don't give up.
Because you have.
Because you just don't know what's around the corner. You never know what's around the corner.
No, it's true.
So
I think you brought up something too that there's toys, collectibles can be totemic for parts of our lives. People would call it nostalgia, but I don't think, like what you just described, it wasn't nostalgia. It represents progress, and it represents triumph. It represents triumph. And it represents something that a work done, and you were rewarded for the work that you did in your own life, and then you have a totem that you just described as something that's been with you for a while, and it means something. And I think that's another thing that I mean, I don't want to look. I'm not trying to justify my ridiculous expenditures on toys. I'm really not trying to. But it's true, whether it's toys, whether it's like your favorite sports character or a sports hero jersey, whatever, things like that can mean something, and they resonate. So that's something that people forget about sometimes. You materialists.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool. It's cool,
It is good, and it's not just a character you like, but it also means something about your own life, which is very cool.
And it's Tress.
There you go.
Star Trek 50. Hey, do you know? Hey, now that oh my lord, I just thought if they're now doing the Siri 1 in 6, there's a possibility they could do a Triss. They could do a Yen.
One never knows.
Could do a Vesemir. Please push that rainbow Nazi stormtrooper. No, that's Pride. That's my Pride Nazi stormtrooper. Brand. For Pride Month, we've prided up the symbol of Nazis in Star Wars.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of that. I will say this. I do have this as. Yeah, I do have this.
Oh yes.
But
that's a great skit.
This was for breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
Darth Vader. My mother had breast cancer twice in her life. She had 2 radical mastectomies when she was younger, and she never wavered. And she's now 82 years old. She's strong
awesome.
as an ox. So I bought this to honor my mother.
There you go.
It needs a little bit of dusting.
Things that mean they have. Yeah.
It's my breast cancer research Vader, and you know what? He's still scary.
If you say so. If you say so.
I do.
Star Trekker 58 with the 5 Australian says, I can't get a Picard. He's done too much damage to my beloved Star Trek and other big mouths from that series. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Plus, I am more an original series fan.
Good for you. So am I. That's the way to be.
There you go. I understand you, dude. Antoine Dennison with a $2 says, to is human, but to as is what? Thank you, Antoine. The Waltman 4 with a $5 says, I know this is off from Hot Toys, but would you do a stream where you built a perfect grade level Gundam model? Pick the one you like and start from there.
Oh, I'm going to do that. I got the new perfect grade RX-78, the perfect grade extreme or whatever it's called. And I got a new webcam. I'm setting up a whole little build area like you've got going on. I'm going to do a perfect grade build.
There you go. There you go. Barry McCockiner. Barry McCockiner.
We hope so, Barry.
I'd love to. Send pics. With a $1 phallic. What? Swag. Oh, and then we've got with a $5 diamond. What? Swag. Ooh.
By the way, I just want to point out that I have she's doing streams on my channel called PGS All Stars, and she did a review with Cinema about the new movie The Protege.
Does she only get people on that have? Is this just a sound effect name?
Yeah,
Speaking to
and Cinema. I love it. I mean, I think that's hilarious. Although she says I'm like, no, you gotta say That's how I like to say it.
Okay. We have got Aitken with a 8 Australian who says, I like making metal earth models. I recently made Slave 1. Don't you mean fire spray?
Yeah, come on, man. I asked that. It was very funny. I asked people, what's the name of Boba Fett's starship last night when I was giving away tickets to Tango Shalom. Everyone's like, Slave 1, Slave 1. I'm like, no, you're all wrong and not keeping up with current events.
I wish I wasn't keeping up with current events. Slave 1 and the Razor Quest. Razor Quest.
That's
Razor
a whole different
Crest.
issue.
Yeah. The detail of these editions are incredible. I tagged you in on Twitter as, okay, I shall go check them out. Jobs McGee with a £5 says, sadly, only just got here. So catch up on the rest tomorrow. But my first 3-0 Destiny figure yesterday. It's amazing. I've already ordered the Hunter. Nice. I've got the Warlock and the Hunter myself. The Valiant Renegade with a $5 says, glad to get a steady stream of good entertainment on YouTube. Finally have cellular data back down here after the Hurricane Ida ripped us apart. Ah, dude. Hail, friends. I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing all right.
Hail.
Mark Y with the $3 says, as you light up my days, man. Keep your chin up. I wish I fucking could. It's dropping too much. Star Trekker 58 with a 5 Australian says, you pair of bastards. I have been resisting that Playmobil Enterprise up until now. Just entering my second childhood, and I have to have it. I'm kind of finding it a little bit difficult to resist it.
Come on, man.
Justin Toner with a $2 says, Rob, you were supposed to start observations now. Oopsies.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I can't do observations today.
Oh, oopsies.
I can't because I have to go do something Tango Shalom related that I forgot. You know what? I forgot to change my stream. So Justin, tell everybody. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll take care of that right now. Well,
okay. Russman. Oh, sorry. Russman with a $10 says, you guys make me feel better. Russman, thank you, man. John Quinn with a $20. Jesus Christ, guys, you've been really generous today. John Quinn with a $20 says, great show, guys. Speaking of non-Hollywood films, ever seen a great Canadian animated film, Rock and Rule?
Oh, yes.
Made in 1983, featured music from Cheap Trick, Lou Reed, Debbie Harry. Loved it.
Yeah, I have seen Rock and Roll. I like Rock and Roll. I actually have the Marvel Comics adaptation of that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So there you go.
Andrew Matthews for the £5 super chat says, tell RMB about MLK Fortnite. Okay. Have you heard about this?
No.
Are you aware of the game Fortnite?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. They decided it'd be a good idea to feature Martin Luther King on screens within Fortnite with his I Have a Dream speech. And then you can go off and just shoot each other to death. The man who was assassinated.
No.
And then you can go off and play and shoot each other to death until there's one person left, because that's what Fortnite is.
No.
Yes.
Was this done when I was gone?
Yes. I do have a vid up if you want to check out the fucking PR disaster that is.
Oh my God. That's horrifying.
I have no words for how just I can't even. I just can't even, man. Do these people have any self-awareness?
No.
Any?
No.
hey kids, before you go off and kill each other until there's only one of you left, here's a guy that got assassinated talking about freedom and peace and
not a good look.
No violence against each other. Fucking hell. Tone deaf is exactly correct. Yes, Mark Y with a $1 super sticker of 100. And Full Metal Vash with a $5 says, can't give much. Dude, a $5 super chat is more than enough. Thank you. I really seriously mean that. It's more than generous. Can't give much. Trying to buy all the new Beast Wars / Beasties.
Well, I got to give it up for that.
For Big Bad Toy Shop. Oh, do you know? Shit. My Rodimus Prime arrived, and I have yet to even open it.
Wow.
That's downstairs. And we are now caught up.
Well, that's good.
Wow. What a great return to HAWT toys.
Yeah, this has been what a stream, man. We got to talk all kinds of things and share our toys, and that's what this is all about.
Stubble McShave says, I think you missed my super chat. Stubble, I shall have a look. See.
Oh, have they dropped the Wheel of Time trailer, dude?
Huh? Oh, I just put I found it. Stubble McShave with a 50 Swedish says, which of the Muppets would you like to see enlarged by a factor of 300 and fight Godzilla in a kaiju movie?
Oh, that's an easy question for me.
I know what you're going to say.
Well, I would say, have you seen the Big Bird Ghidorah figure? Big Bird is 3-headed King Ghidorah.
Yes, yes.
But for me, it's always got to be Cookie Monster.
Oh, Muppet?
Yeah.
We classing? I thought we were going to. Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about Jim Henson's Muppets, not Sesame Street.
Well, those are Jim Henson's Muppets.
I know, but I mean, okay. I will allow it.
Will you allow it?
Yes, I'll allow it. I would do Beaker.
Oh, that's. Oh, I'd watch the hell out of that. How about the Swedish Chef? Does that count?
I mean, I just think, yeah, Swedish Chef would be great as well. I guess he's racist now.
Oh, are we racist against Swedes?
Well, Swedes that go around going,
we are. What is wrong with our civilization?
I know, there's just no sense of humor anymore, for fuck's sake. Did you see Swedes in the 80s going, excuse me, we find this very, very distasteful.
It's like the Germans who get mad at the what is it? The underground, you know, the Hitler meme. What is it? The underworld. What you know?
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, those, like, no one thinks that's funny. It is funny though.
It's hilarious.
I'm a Jew and it's funny.
Oh, yeah. You're a surrogate, not a surrogate Jew. You're
Well, I did find out my biological mother was Jewish. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I was adopted.
There you go then.
I know, right? So it worked out okay.
Boom, got him.
I'm a stealth Jew. I want to go infiltrate neo-Nazi organizations because they'll believe I'm part of the master race, you know, so I can infiltrate.
Well, I did have fair hair when I did have hair, and I have the blue eyes. So
there you go. I'm going to keep tabs.
Fucking
on
Aryan boy.
Yeah, I'm going to keep tabs on the right wing, on the far right.
He's got blue eyes, you know.
But they don't scare me because the far right just tells you who they are. It's the left that scares me now. I thought,
the far right is twats, you know.
Yeah, the left is they'll backstab you and throw you into camp now before anyone who's.
Well, we were talking about that last night, and I was bringing up the drumhead.
Oh, so good.
And at the end, when Worf is trying to apologize to Picard, and Picard says, "Mr. Worf, villains who twirl their mustaches are easy to spot. Those who veil themselves in good deeds are not."
Yep.
And it's just like,
that is our modern age, right?
That is
in a nutshell.
Right now, today, right now, we're progressive. We're so yay. No, you are fucking evil.
And you're waiting to cancel people and destroy their lives.
Oh, yeah. Unless they're on their side.
Right. But they don't even know what that side is, because who are they to pick us? Who are you to tell me what's right or wrong? What have you done? Where's your moral compass? Why should I listen to you tell me what to do? My answer is always yes.
Yes.
What is your answer?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want a second helping of gravel?
And my pronouns are I, me, and mine.
I love the guy that said, if you want to force me to use pronouns in this school, then I'm going to be master. And his son, he's going to call his son King and his daughter Queen. So you refer to them as King, Queen, and me, master.
I think that's such a weird, such a bizarre, we live in such a bizarre time. It's such a weird, our forefathers would be ashamed of us.
Yes, they would. Never mind our forefathers. I think some people at the middle part of last century will be fucking
Can you imagine?
Now.
If a lot of these people lived in Afghanistan right now, how they'd be feeling?
Well, I did say when the Taliban came in, I said to all the feminists who have been complaining about being second-class citizens in the Western world, why don't you go over there right now?
Yeah,
go and protest to the Taliban, and goodbye. I mean, it would just be a goodbye because you won't be coming back.
Well, I think that's one of the problems is that, I always like to remind people that as an imagination connoisseur, we live in amazing times. The fact that you can get a Playmobil 3-foot or 1 meter Enterprise, that's amazing. And the civilization that we live in, while we have a long way to go, is pretty damn great. Where we're at, humanity is better off than it's ever been. Does that mean we don't still have problems? No, we do. But people forget. More people have rights, especially in the West, to do what they want to do than they've ever had before. And this weird idea that we live in, Bill Maher even did a spot on it last week, that we live in this crazy, weird, oppressive, some people would have you think that America or even in Britain are the most racist, horrible, oppressive places in the world. And you're like, you've never been around the world, have you?
Well,
we've got
when was the last time you went outside and spoke to somebody?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a weird, it's so bizarre that when you see the Taliban take over and women are no longer allowed out of their houses, they can't go to schools, they can't be filmmakers, they can't do what we just take for granted. Go to the grocery store by yourself, take a walk outside. I mean, it's such a bizarre, we live in a bizarre time when people are trying to vilify the West. Is that to say we haven't been bad? Everyone's been bad. Humanity, the history of humanity is a litany of one atrocity against a group of people, one right after another. Go back far enough and everyone's tried to kill everybody. But we have made great advances. And while we're not perfect, despite the fact that the world is, you can talk about we're going to hell in a handbasket. Well, that's because of our own stupidity. But we got to a place where it's pretty good.
Hey, you get off the internet, you get out there. I see a lovely place. I see a lovely world. I see lovely people.
Yep.
I see people of all different sizes, shapes, colors.
And you can go out and meet them. They got smiles on their faces. You have good conversations with them. But hey, you sit around and people would have you believe that the world is a horrible place. But you know what? The real world doesn't really bear that out.
No. And don't fall for it. Don't fall for the fear. Don't fall for the division.
So when I come to Yorkshire and you and I spend an entire day getting pissed in the pub, pint after pint after pint, whiskey back, whiskey back, whiskey back, I'm sure we're going to meet a lot of lovely people.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to speak.
Well, we won't. But it'll be great because
stream it as well.
Just come on my Midnight Metal show. I can't speak after 4 hours on Midnight Metal. I'm a blithering idiot.
I think it's starts 8 a.m. my time. It's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
But I think drinking at 8 a.m. would be pretty not so good.
That's how we start.
You start off with drinking
at 8 for breakfast.
Wow.
We have a crumpet and tea and whiskey.
Crumpet. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, because we're nearly in the 3-hour mark. Never mind the 2-hour mark.
I got to go do some work.
Yes, you got some tango shaloming to do.
Yes.
Massive thank you. Well, it's great, Robert. First of all, Robert, it's great to be back doing. I think. Did you mute yourself?
No.
Oh, I thought, okay, you cut off.
I said, great to be back. And next week will be on my channel.
We'll be, over in Robert channel next week with a fully articulated, same time, midday Pacific, 8 p.m. British summertime. Clocks don't go back until next month. Spring forward, fall back. Yeah,
that's right.
So we're still got a few of the same time periods until that changes for a couple of weeks. Massive thank you to everyone who come in. I think we did like 1.1K.
That's amazing.
Which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal for a toy show.
Yeah.
Talking about toys, guys, you make me. I'm proud.
So proud. And remember, always say yes.
Always say yes. Mods, thank you so much indeed. Purple Valkyrie, thank you so much.
Hello, Purple Valkyrie.
Everyone who hit the super chat button, everyone who hit the membership button, thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel. Genuinely appreciate that. And we will be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.